Well, welcome to another episode of Trouble in Winterhold. We decided to cancel or I decided to cancel our game from 2 weeks ago for Memorial Day. And so hopefully everybody's had a much needed break and are ready to come back and solve some of the problems that are going on in Winterhold. When we last left our group, y'all had just come back from an interesting set of encounters with the mother Yellow Jacket.
Gosh, you sound like you want to say something else there.
Well, she was a mother, all right. And also some drow ambushes.
Yay!
By the way, is that one lit up down there?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good.
I didn't see if it was. It's not as bright.
It's catching,
Okay.
but it's
So, when you get back to Winterhold with the news of, what's all going on, and you find out about this expedition that has been out, and they are overdue, and they've asked you to find the expedition for them. The expedition is a week overdue right now. And you're able to get a little bit of rest, but then pretty much are expected to sort of get right back on the road again. Was there anything that, if I remember right, we asked if there was anything that people needed to get done in town before we started headed out to find?
that was the last thing I remember.
Okay. Interesting thing is that because this was a little bit outside the realm of what you were normally willing to do, they did offer 300 gold pieces per to try to secure the expedition coming back. Who remembers what the expedition was trying to do?
It was some form.
The expedition of the drow?
The expedition of Winterhold. There's a Winterhold expedition that went out.
Oh.
They were after some magic item.
They were after an artifact.
Yeah, they were after an artifact.
Okay.
They
So
gave us a name for it, I just don't remember it.
called the Pledge.
Yes.
Ooh, it's been a hot second.
Yeah, expedition
It's
looking
been
for
a
a
while.
legendary orb
Yeah.
named the Pledge. They went to an unmapped part of the mine, of the mine, and it may be tied into the drow. We know that it has unknown tremendous powers, and Ian Boulderstock led the current missing expedition, and it had a total of 12 people in it.
Okay.
And Ian and Bjorn do not get along.
Ian and Bjorn don't get along, apparently.
That's an easy way of saying
Yeah.
it. So, for some reason, Bjorn wants to call Ian Richard for some reason. So I don't know what that is, but anyway, correct. So they give you a map. Insert the generic map here of the known existing mines and the area that the expedition was supposed to go to check. And of course, it goes to the edge of the map, and then at that point, you do not know what was beyond that point. But they basically told you the direction and the area that the expedition is supposed to take. Can we assume that you have gotten whatever appropriate underground equipment that you feel you may need?
Yeah. Lanterns for those that don't have dark vision, and even though those, that's about the only thing I think we would need.
I want to get one of those folding sleeping cots, the ones that hold you off the ground.
You have a tower.
We can't build a tower in a mine shaft.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
why I want one.
You can build a shower sideways.
Can I? I mean, if you allow it, never mind, then I'll sleep on the curved wall.
Let's go from room to room to room this way.
See, that's when you need the hut.
It's magic. So,
Magic.
if you really want to get something like that, then we can do that. So, but everybody's going to look at you weird.
They already do.
So the mines that are below Winterhold used to be very, very, very active. So Winterhold has gone from more of a mining community to now more of a market and trading community. Because it's kind of a cool. It's kind of a convenient way stop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's in the mountains. Yeah. There's lots of mushrooms. Oh, don't be the fun guy.
Fun guy.
So yeah, so the mines were very, very active, and as the ores dried up, as the drow elves became more of an issue, or later, or other creatures, they decided that they were just going to board up a lot of the entranceway.
Mm-hmm.
Now they still guard the entranceway to the mine shaft because of the drow activity and stuff along that lines. So there's a portcullis. There's these really strong gates, as well, that go down. But for the most part, as you go out there, there's these gangplanks and a rusted set of rail lines that go down into the mine area. Of course, the gangplanks have been pulled away by the recent expedition over time, and but it goes down. And of course, there's crushed rock, different places. But the dwarves were always kind of industrious in the fact that they've left kind of signposts, different places that would denote different areas. For instance, the script would say things like, I showed like mining tools. When you go off until you'd see a side room, that would be what possibly look like it would be mining tools. Most of everything you're finding here so far has not been worked in probably 100 years. Okay, except occasional expeditions. They would have collapsed the tunnels, except they're so extensive, they're not exactly sure the damage it would do to the area.
Yeah.
So instead, they just boarded it up and stuff along that lines. For the most part, you have about 15 feet in diameter. They made them large enough to be decent, and not your traditional dwarven height in stature. They actually delved and mined these areas in such a way to give it enough height and to be able to put structure in there to keep it from collapsing. So about every 30 feet you have reinforced oak.
And it's tall enough
for humans and such. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also directions written in Dwarvish, and it would give directions like it would say the weird angle mine that way and stuff along that lines. Okay.
Quick question: do we still have that?
What is it?
Exhaustion. Level of exhaustion.
No, I think I can give you enough to overnight that you were
okay.
able to
Okay,
get.
cool.
You lost the level of exhaustion. Who had more than one level of exhaustion?
They did.
Okay, so you dropped one of them, but you have the other one still.
So I had two.
I think you had two.
You had two, but now you're down to one.
Okay.
Everybody else, if you've only had one, you're back to health. Okay, so it's actually a pretty good little descent. The angle of descent on this one is pretty good. Obviously, there's some type of machinery that would have been involved to try to bring the carts of the ore up. Let me see here. It's getting colder, of course. And then you can start coming across other things, mining carts, of course, rails and pieces of rails, buckets. Most everything's broken, rusted up, stuff along that lines. Obviously, nothing that was of value whenever this was originally done, or originally vacated, I should say. And you travel for about 3 hours, and you start getting, according to the map, the older section of the mines. You can see that the beams that are supporting the ceilings and stuff like that are a lot more cracked, a lot more deteriorated. Some of the equipment that you're going past has been around down there for so long that it looks like it could be crumbling pieces of rock versus carts and other pieces and stuff along that lines. Anybody care to give me an intelligence check, and I can give you possibly some more information?
I sure will.
Is this with what, the stone?
Natural 1.
Nah.
9.
6.
You said intelligence? 19.
Okay.
So 3 total. I don't know, crap.
This is the first time you've been down this way. You've heard about this way, but this is the first time you've been down this way. But you can see that it has not been an overwhelmingly long period of time since these tunnels were all flooded. So you got that to keep in mind as well too. You also find traces of some different types of violent activities. Crossbow bolts, sinister darts and arrows embedded different places, you know. You can definitely tell the difference between the slender darts and
The drow kind
yeah, more drow oriented versus the more sturdy stuff from the overlanders. And as you keep going, you actually come upon 7 skeletons, as a matter of fact. And roll for initiative. No,
As I say, living or like.
no, they're lying scattered on the ground. Their metal and leather armor that they have is pretty much all disintegrated. All show signs of like massive traumas.
How skeleton are they?
Oh, there's no meat on them, no gristle, no nothing left. It is
Does it look like it like rotted away or like picked away?
both.
of. Are they dwarves?
Yeah.
Never tell.
So how about you roll me a medicine check if you have that available, and we'll be able to.
+2. 7.
There are some that are bigger than others. Anybody else care to have a go with this?
Doctor, you are not.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. It's a wisdom.
Yeah. It's medicine or just wisdom?
What's medicine under wisdom?
Yes. So 18.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like
I
they're
got dirty 20 on medicine.
nice. So yeah, definitely of the shorter ones, you're pretty much certain that the shorter ones are dwarves, and the other 4 look to be dark elves.
Oh, okay.
They are drow. As a matter of fact, as you are digging around, you find 3 copper coins.
Ooh.
Very old. So it looks like
Are they still look like they'd still be in circulation?
no.
Okay.
Nice.
Non-circulate. So if you want to write that down, you can. It looks like a collector might have an interest in these.
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
Says the rogue.
What?
Coins?
You were interested after that, weren't you?
Oh,
Are you gonna start robbing your damn inmates?
no. I couldn't understand what you were saying, and you didn't say it any clearer the second time, so I just said okay.
Did you guys hear me say 3 copper coins? I heard
I
copper.
heard corn. I was like, okay, cool, whatever that is. That's why I was so confused.
That's not the only reason why you're so confused.
Copper
Copper
corn.
corn.
I was like, what?
Ah.
I was lost
One
one
of
of
them beams creaking overhead.
Somebody gave me inspiration.
I thought that was the Jericho.
Somebody did redeem inspiration, but I don't know who for it. They just redeemed it.
Okay. So as you, so it's a convenient time to stop. You're looking at these skeletons. People decide to sit down and take a break for a little bit. On the way out, are we doing any kind of marching order or anything? Just on offhand chance, who's in front, who's in back, who's in the middle?
I'll be second from the front.
I'll take front.
Cool.
Okay, so put you on, just put you on the table there. Just kind of curious.
No. Be nice.
Where do you want to be?
Somewhere.
Hey, shh.
Is this single file or can we do 2 by 2 or what?
You can do 2 by 2. It's 15 foot across.
Hey,
So it's wide enough that we don't have to worry about it. Be up there beside Ryan.
you hurt a lot.
Thank you.
Wait, you're in the front?
Yeah.
No.
We got a few others over here.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, yeah.
to the back.
Ranger, where are you?
Put me behind, I don't know, in the middle.
In the middles?
Sure.
Where are you?
If
So,
he's in the front, he gets told
In the
he's
back, baby.
You're in the back. Like,
oh
you're
yeah,
in the
checking for
back.
traps from the back. Yeah.
Fireball sits across the room. Watch out, there's a trap.
A lot more safer than checking traps in the front. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Dragonborn. Write your name.
If
Sorry.
somebody
Where is
asks
he?
me to check for traps.
In the
He's
middle.
Where's he?
I have not said yet, but I'll be up next to ZC. You want to get in behind me?
That's usually a good spot.
Yeah, let me.
Not in light of the fireball.
Oh, that's not good then.
Now, one thing you've noticed, you've had about 3 hours of checking out that you guys are making lots of noise.
Oh yeah.
Of course we are.
Of course we are. I'm a dragon.
You met us?
So,
I don't know how not
if you're going to continue this, you realize that it's echoing and going everywhere else, and that being the case. I need everybody to give me a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Saving
Throw. Oh. That's 20. So 22.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
That's not right.
23.
17. Yes.
My dexterity is 3, but my saving throw is only +2.
Should probably change that.
23.
It should be +6. So
19 plus 4.
As a warlock.
What are you doing?
Well, my dexterity is 16.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah, I mean, it
know
depends
how
also
to
his
read the sheets.
first level was skills.
16, 17
As well as
plus
his
3.
background. Your
Right.
background will give you
Yeah, so
18
it
plus
would be
4.
14.
Is that in your way? What's the matter with you? I thought this
I have 4.
Anybody get below 14?
Even
So-
I didn't roll.
A rumble happens
Not there yet.
somewhere in the cavernous complex, and a stalagmite,
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, stalactite,
Because they're
Thank
holding
you.
on tight.
comes crashing down.
I'm never going to.
Okay, so
Just hold on tight.
when
It's like
the
by
rumble
light, reach the
appears,
top.
people are able to look up and look around. You actually see it moving and it's coming down. You're able to move out of the way. It doesn't mean you don't take damage, though, unfortunately. But everybody pass their saving throw, so nobody gets just like insta kill.
Smooth.
You're welcome.
That old story.
Oh god. I don't like him rolling that many.
Did anybody cause that? Do we see anybody, or is that just did it just
That
I think it was
just
just the
us.
sound.
the sound?
was
The
us.
reverberation loosened the stalactite, I think.
It's like an avalanche.
So half of 19 sounds like 10. Everybody take 10 points of damage.
Cool.
That's not fun.
And upon investigation, this is a stalactite, not a piercer. Or
Stalagmite.
Roper.
no, piercer.
No,
Well,
piercer.
Piercers
Piercer's
are the ones that
They come down,
they,
yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually aim for you.
That's my favorite.
The
I love
roper
that
actually
one.
uses the tentacles.
Yeah, ropers. Yeah, they pull you up too. Yeah, so.
Sap your strength. Deceives.
So after and all that, so now all of a sudden with the movement, the noise, things are cracking, things are doing some different things. the stalactite falls down. It kind of explodes. But now there's a big hump in the middle of this corridor here, and there is now a section up on the left, towards Ronnie, basically as you're facing me, or I should say next to not Dorn. Utarash. There is, well, how about knowledge nature?
Knowledge nature.
Eh.
Is that what we're rolling?
17.
Oh boy.
7.
You don't know your nature now.
Apparently I
It
don't.
looks like some type of ochre jelly's coming through the crevice.
A who?
An ochre jelly.
Oh, fun.
So it looks like there was a cavern on the other side. This thing, when it cracked, it's just starting to ease through. Y'all can probably get through there before it gets out to attack anybody, if you choose to.
We should. We're just gonna deal with it on the way back.
Or it could be somewhere else.
Yeah. It could follow us.
I
Let's
say
get it
we
on
try it.
past then. That's my vote. Then boom.
All right.
She said skedaddle.
I'll give you the opportunity to kill a. See, nobody wants to level up, huh? No, just.
wants to die.
No,
It takes
just
60
messing with-
sessions. Fight my whole life for this level.
No, I want to be a civilian.
So, okay, so you're able to bypass a lot of that, okay, and get about another hour under your belt. And ochre jellies don't move fast, so you're not really worried about this thing catching up with you or anything. Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in
I thought
the
it was
sheaves.
sound of silence.
Yeah,
what I
that's
heard.
all. That's sound.
That's
I couldn't actually hear it, I just heard something.
I don't know who's singing it, but that's what it is.
So, active perception checks, please.
And there goes my roll.
Okay. That's better.
13.
17.
Got it.
5.
Oh yeah.
I have intelligence, not wisdom.
You have intelligence? Okay.
Sorry, you ain't see shit.
And you like me?
No, me.
What'd you
Because
get?
I'm a joke.
Natural 20.
I have +6, but I rolled a 1.
You got a natural 20 from the back.
Yeah. Rolling at
So,
disadvantage.
at first you hear a flittering sound. Could be a bat, could be, you've heard some of this before.
Sure.
This one here sort of flits, then you see a kind of a movement or glowing about. This area here kind of narrows, but it opens up into more of a chasm. Instead of down, it goes sort of up. And about 15 foot in the air, something is glowing, okay, and flitting. What? Okay.
I just love how you
Glowing and
describe
flitting.
that.
And how about we go for initiative?
Initiative. Okay.
Something special, I thought.
That was a dangerous one.
Yeah, that was a dangerous.
Ooh.
In case you didn't recognize.
Balls.
10.
Should I roll for
Dude, you
Joe?
have to have more.
It was right there on the
Initiative?
and it hit my other ones.
Dang.
You gotta clear the trail.
Nice. Get all your sucky rolls out now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Before I start bringing out the big bag.
Yeah.
It's flitting
Roll
already.
out Jimmy Super Fast.
Yeah.
Anybody have higher than 30?
Good Lord.
Okay.
We gotta talk about your character.
What?
If so, we need a problem.
Aha! A high-pitched voice says.
That's a
You
fake.
thought you could sneak up on Barry, you dreadful, horrendous, utterly despicable drow? Well, come here, and I will cut you down, you vicious... wait a minute. You're not dark elves. Who the hell are you? What are you doing down here?
Oh, nice.
I rolled initiative for you. I rolled shit.
That's everybody else did too, though.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I got
can't
a
beat
90.
it.
I got
I
a good
rolled a
initiative.
21.
You can't
so.
beat a 30, so... So what you see was a glow. You heard
What's
the.
my initiative?
Like,
It doesn't-
You heard a flitting.
Shh. Logan.
You've heard some like flapping of bats and stuff along that lines earlier.
Bubba.
There's all kinds of sounds in the Underdark that carry forever. But this one here, you could definitely tell was a little bit closer. Then you saw it as the tunnel narrows up and actually opened up about 15 foot in the air. You saw a little glowing thing, and it turns out to be what looks to be like a sprite. Okay? And it basically addressed you, and it's like, oh, you think you can sneak up on me, you ugly, nasty, evil drow. Well, hey, wait a minute. What the hell? You aren't drow. What the hell are you doing down here?
What are you doing down here?
Okay. Huh?
That's what I said. What are you doing down here?
I'm lost.
ZC is very fascinated by glowing shiny things.
of course you are, bird brain.
Yeah, and bird.
So you're lost. Well, we're here to find our lost friends who are on an expedition.
Oh. About a week ago, I flew past some guys over there.
What do they look like?
Some dwarves, some humans, a halfling.
Yeah, that's probably
That's probably our friends.
I didn't have time to really talk to them. I'm supposed to be. There's supposed to be a portal down here that will help me get back into the Feywild.
Oh.
I feel a little better now.
Anyway, but these drow are like everywhere, and they're really grating on my ability to be nice.
Well, 2 for 1. We're here to find our friends, and if you can help us find them or point us in a direction,
Yeah, we can take you back
we
to the
can-
portal.
we're here to maybe take out a few drow for you here too. In case maybe.
Okay, you came from that way, right?
Yeah.
You came from the surface that way?
Sure did.
Okay, I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
I will tell you that your party is down that way.
And they were alive when you saw them.
A week ago, yes.
Yeah. A week.
And didn't have a chance to really talk to them, but that's fine. But there's plenty of dark elves in the area, so
Can I make an
forewarned.
insight on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, but you go ahead.
What's he rolling?
18.
Insight.
18.
Okay, you believe.
Okay.
Barry Winkledove. Wrinkledove.
So,
Don't want to know what he does with wrinkles or doves, but anyway.
and he introduces himself as Barry, right?
Yes.
So Barry, you're going back to the surface, huh?
I didn't find the portal.
Okay. Well, good
Well,
luck in
you-
your travels.
Well, I was gonna say you know these caverns way better than we do.
No, I've been lost for like a month now.
He's been lost.
What have you been?
But you've seen what like the general layout is like, right?
Sort of.
Well, if I'm just saying, if you help us out, we can, take care of getting you out of here, that type of thing.
I don't need your help.
No, maybe we need your help.
Yeah.
If you're going towards the dark elves, there's nothing I can do to help you.
I mean, you're a little fey creature. You're saying there's absolutely nothing you could do against drow.
I didn't say that. I killed them,
So we could use your help.
but I'm leaving.
Well, do you want to postpone the leaving for like a couple hours?
Not even.
Well, look, we're helping you take care of the drow problem for you to like go through.
I'm not going back that way. I will find another portal somewhere else. I'm going to the surface now. Follow the clean air. That's what I've been doing, and that's how I got. Yep, that's why I've got this far. So, and that's about all he has to say. Nothing else. I will be seeing you.
Hope to see you again, Barry.
I was looking to see if I had some help with it. I don't.
You should let him know about the
He
jelly.
seems.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so
Good
he's been
idea.
down here
Yeah. he's-
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, Barry, just a heads up. There was some kind of like slime or ooze that we passed back there. Just so you know, it's that direction.
I can fly faster than they can.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
It's probably already out.
So, okay.
Just in case it's still up that way.
Not a problem. I've dealt with creatures like this before. I've been down here for a while. So, and it does not look like any worse for the wearer, by the way. So.
don't trust that.
Yes, you believe him. You do. Nobody else rolled, right?
We'll try one.
I wanna
Okay.
try. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! No.
I saw that.
Oh wow. Nope. Not
Sets
not,
the
a,
dice
not
back
even.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he says, "See ya," and he takes off.
Cause it's all the same.
Are you rotating every time he gets you a bad roll?
No, that's just
Where
the
did,
same
where
battle
did he
levels
actually
got.
come from? Is it
Exact
he
same
came
way.
from up above or further out or somewhere?
So he has been looking for a portal. What he said, he is not from the area, but he heard that it was a portal down here that would take him to the Feywild. That's what he's trying to get to.
Yo, what if we get to go to the Feywild instead?
But he was like when we seen him with glittering or whatever. He was up on the ceiling or something.
Well, he was up 15 foot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just say again, look, if you help us out, we can get you connections back to where we're from and help you find another portal.
Thanks, but no thanks. See ya.
Don't even get a persuasion.
I don't have plane shift. I don't know what that was.
Okay. So now you're getting to, y'all have been trekking now for most of the day. We can continue. You can maybe find a spot to hole up for the night, or at least get a few hours of rest, however that looks. Or what do y'all want to do?
So it's time to rest. I don't know why.
Okay, so
my
you've
watch
done
like
about
extra.
6 hours now so far.
Yeah.
Since you've been on the road for about 6 hours.
Well,
Are we tired?
It's
are.
a little strenuous, but you know that's typical. So you know you can push it, and you would be fine to a degree. If you decide to rest, then so be it. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to both.
But we can take a short rest and
Yeah, we've been making a lot of
not
noise
have to
though.
worry about exhaustion or anything like that, right?
You're in a spot where you probably could put in your tower.
Mm-hmm. What he said, let's put up a tower.
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 So we're looking at long rest or?
You don't have to do a long rest with a tower to be used, right?
Long
No,
enough.
well, I mean,
Long enough.
it lasts
Long
for
enough.
24 hours, so.
I mean, you don't have to stay there the
No.
whole in 24 hours. So that's the.
I vote we chill. Take shifts.
Do we want to take a long rest or a
Because
short
nobody
rest?
can get into the tower. That's not allowed, right?
That's why I was.
No,
wondering,
anyone can open the
because
door.
if I-
Yeah, but-
That's why I always put up alarm in it,
Okay.
but we
so I
don't
know
want
if
traps
anyone comes in.
Okay.
being set.
So the tower's going to be big enough pretty much to block the whole entire.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So,
So I'm gonna put the tower behind us so we can actually keep going and not have to wait for 24 hours.
and hopefully you'll put the door in such a place where you like not on the
Hopefully.
opposite side, or you know.
Just gonna put the door halfway in the wall so we have to like squeeze through past it.
So the question is do you want the door facing where you came from or where you're headed to?
I want to put it behind us, the door facing where we're going, so that we could still walk out the tower and keep going the direction we're going.
Okay.
So you could leave it there.
Yeah, it stays for 24 hours, so it'll block us in for a day, but if
What
we
happens if you pass away and would that tower go away or
I
would
don't
it still be
actually know.
there?
That's a good question.
If you blow your
I mean, I
fingers
In
off.
case
assume
you
so.
get
It is made of
killed
his
and you know
magic,
that tower's
so.
blocking away.
Yeah, but it's only there for 24 hours.
Yeah.
It'll dissolve.
What if we have to run out within the next 3 or 4 hours?
Neat. Don't need to do that.
If we need to, then we go.
That's always nice to see, isn't it? Isn't always that
With
nice
his
to see?
dying breath, he could be like, tower be gone.
So I will have y'all.
There's windows on the tower.
The rest lasted a little bit longer than you expected. Turned out to be you lasted about 6 hours for a short rest. Not quite enough for a long rest, but good enough to really. And you're able to, without incident, get back on the road again.
He's trying to get to his food.
Oh, do you want some more food?
No, he just can't get to it.
Because Fatty
Bubba's
McFat is Bubba.
He
Hey.
just won't let him near it. Go eat.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes, I have
He
to
goes,
do
it is
something
eat time
here."
for him.
Yeah, he's so happy. Aww.
I'm so thirsty I could drink out of the toilet.
He's being
He does.
So you get about 3 hours in, again hearing different cracks, different echoes of different sounds. You enter a large, more circular, high-ceilinged cave. So whereas it's been cold and the air's been kind of humid because there's water leaking out in different places, now you also get a scent of like old death.
Nice.
Sort of like what you would get if like you go to
Like a nursing home.
yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. No, that's
Like I
good.
know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Like,
old death. Yeah.
wait. So old and deaf, or the death is old?
Yes.
Like you know how old smells. You know
Can you
how
not
death
piss him
smells.
off before we
I'm
have
trying
to
to
get
figure out
into
what
battle?
we're smelling. I'm trying to figure out if it's old people smelling and there's death, or if it's like
Or just-
ancient death. Like they
It's
died
a
long
bad
time
smell and
ago.
we're worried.
It's not a bad question, but
It's not a bad question, and it's not necessarily old people. It is something that has died and probably been that way for a while.
Okay, cool.
And
So
I mean by a
decay.
while,
That's
yeah,
fine.
not just no more than
Just-
decay. I mean, it
yeah,
just
it's
just
just
like a tomb.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
At the far end of this cavern, it leads into another tunnel. This area's got stalagmites
Ooh.
Because they might reach
as
the
well
top.
as stalactites.
Because they're holding on tight.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Miss
Um,
Joe.
And
I
of course
learned
you
that in
got
fourth grade.
water dripping down from
So
one,
nice,
dripping
yeah.
onto the other one underneath it and stuff along that. And as you go into this opening area, the first thing that you notice in the middle of a clearing area are 2 dead dwarves. That is not old death.
Oh.
Do I recognize him?
It is new death?
Yeah.
So
And
this
if you
is-
get close enough, if you want to just run over there.
Okay.
Can we get some
I'm going to check the
For
area
traps.
for traps or anything like
Ooh,
that.
give me a
before-
roll there, partner.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Can I look around?
What
for
did
any,
I help
like,
you?
Anyone
That's what I was
trying to
saying, like,
hide
that's
around
what
us? If there's anyone.
I'm going to turn around and look at
So
so
there
I'm going
are-
to do this. Would you like to do this?
Yeah, I can.
All right, and then I'll help you. So you roll with
Even in the
advantage.
infrared
It's like a
spectrum,
ranger.
there's lots of
You
going to be
can
lots of
long-range
places to
individual.
hide,
Like,
per se. But,
Fire,
so go ahead and
Happy
make some rolls.
birthday.
Our rogue is going to
Check
do
for
this, and I'm going to
traps.
assist her. Does that give her advantage, or how do you want me to do that?
How do you want to do that?
Well, no, you tell me. Well, if I could assist her and give her advantage, I'd like to do that.
What is it, perception?
So you're actively trying to help her?
Yeah, I'm
I have
like
one of the things, but
using
it
my
only checks
my
for a certain range.
roguish skills to help scan the area as well.
Checking the traps is-
I'll give her a +1
A +1? Okay. You get a +1.
for the assist.
What do you want me to do for my just straight perception? Okay.
No.
You know, if you
No,
maybe
what?
did this more,
Oh, I get
if you
that
did this
instead?
more often, maybe you'd roll better. Just saying.
A rogue checking for traps? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What
Other
do
than-
you mean?
well, other than letting it go off first and
Next
then
thing
saying,
you're
hey,
gonna
by the way,
tell
look
me
out for
that
the trap.
a clerk can
Okay. Wait, so you pointed to this. Why?
There is no
I
semblance
don't know,
of traps that you can see.
Wow.
You do not see
7, yeah.
body heat right away. The dwarves look to be peppered with black arrows of drow design.
I'll be on my guard then.
As you get closer, you see 3 more dwarves on the ground.
Are we close to the first ones we saw, or did
As
we
you're
ever pass-
as you're getting
as we're
closer
getting
to the
closer?
2,
Okay. Good deal.
you see 3 more
Okay.
on the ground, and they too have suffered all kinds of gruesome wounds. Blood is smeared on some of the stalagmites, runs along the ground from the bodies, like just different areas. And before you get a chance to really do anything, you hear in a hoarse voice coming out from behind what at first when you first glance looked like just a piece of rock coming up. But now you take a look at it, and it looks like it's been stones that have been placed there on purpose, sort of creating a little wall. Who are you? Are you friends or foes? We are armed and we'll shoot unless you identify yourself.
Well, it depends on who you are. For
Depends,
friends
are
or
you-
foes.
Are
So-
you drow or dwarf?
They
Or
say
horse.
it in Dwarvish,
Okay, this ain't Dwarvish.
Okay.
and
Shh, I
the
don't speak.
dwarves can be identified as Winterhold
I don't speak that.
guards.
So we don't
I'll,
have any
I'll
idea what they're saying.
speak back in Dwarf to them, tell them, hey, we're sent here to find you.
So somebody who steps out from behind the little wall.
I don't care.
Oh my goodness.
You should see the sheet that I just pulled off a minute ago. Oh my god. Well, yeah.
So his name is Stenner. He is a Stenner.
Stunner.
He's a scholar. So this wall that had rocks, now that you really take a look at it, it's got boxes, barrels, sacks of stuff. It's just they used whatever they could to make this little wall. Dozens of arrows, black arrows, just. He steps out and he basically, you see him, and he is haggard. He is not doing so well, and he looks and. Udarash?
Yes.
You?
You the
Yes.
rash.
Thank the gods.
And I start checking the bodies, making sure if these guys are,
Oh, they're dead. Oh, yeah.
They're not
They've been dead for about 5 days and stuff along that line.
Bloated, popping.
So, coming out from behind the wall now is a halfling, gray robe, curly hair. His face is just one big bruise, man, on the side of his face. A human female, green robe. She's stained in blood. And then there's Rhaegar. You know Rhaegar. He should be the brother of. I forget his name. Ian.
Ian
Boulderstock.
Boulderstock?
But he's unconscious. His arm is bandaged, his shoulder is bandaged. They got him on a makeshift pallet, and he looks like he could be made out of marble right now. More dead than alive.
I speak up, like, look, I'm a medic, I'm trained in, like, medicine and whatnot. If y'all need help before we continue anything else.
Yes. So he's been poisoned.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see.
Good luck.
I think I have something that I can use with that. I mean, it'll take me a second. But
Where are the drow?
we
haven't
haven't
seen
countered
any.
any.
Is this it? Are you all the only ones left?
No, well, there's. It started so well. We arrived here to the site. The ancient caved-in tunnel indicated on Ian's old map. We came right to it, began working.
I can use lesser restoration on the poisoned one.
Okay, that would be awesome.
are you gonna send
Um,
a message back?
We even excavated the area for several days, and we found it.
Thought you had, I gave mine.
Oh, that's right.
We found the legendary orb called the Pledge.
You found it.
Oh, you found it.
Do you still have some?
We were so happy, toasted our success, and decided to head back. And that's when everything went wrong. Soon as we entered into the hall, where she motioned to where her dead companion, his dead companions are. Arrows immediately killed 2 of the dwarves. Boom! Just down they went. And then they had drow that actually engages hand to hand, and you could see the poison dripping off their blades. Killed the other 3, basically. The guards put up a valiant fight, and they allowed us the chance to sort of back up and escape a little bit. But they weren't no match. We were outnumbered. They cut them down. They didn't make a sound. no yelling and screaming like it normally does when a fighting goes. They just came up there and just without mercy and killed them. Now, one thing you did notice that these guys are got heavy crossbows, and they've been using those heavy crossbows to keep the drow at bay. But there ain't no way to get out of here. So the drow have to be around in the area because they know we can't escape. 3 days we were down here. And then they got reinforcements. These reinforcements came in the guise of a wizard.
That's exciting. Did y'all happen to see the sprite while y'all were there?
We have not seen a sprite, no.
Were you able to kill any of the drow?
Huh?
Were they able to kill any of the
Oh
drow?
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
But the drow also recovered their own. So one of them was a mage, and his voice had us spellbound, and his words started warping and twisting our minds. The other dark elf was so skilled with her blade that she chilled our blood just to behold her. She's like a dancer, the halfling says, twirling and dodging as she whirled her blade.
Come on, bud.
She also cast a few spells. She was doing so. So then the drow burst into our shelter and they took Ian and the artifact, and there was nothing that we could do to stop them.
What was the artifact called again?
The
The
pledge.
pledge.
What is the pledge again?
It's an orb
Oh,
made out of some type of dark stone.
okay.
Did you see where they went? Which direction that they took Ian and the orb?
Sort of. We want you to save Ian, though. I mean, listen, he's a little pompous, okay?
I was gonna say,
He just,
what are you laughing about?
but he's Regar's brother.
Yeah,
No one deserves being tortured to death by dark elves.
yeah.
I think we should be able to hold this position if you're willing to hunt the drow. I don't know how long Regar will last, but if your spell works like it's supposed to, then maybe it's enough for us to be able to hold
How
off.
far back is your?
I was just about to ask, how long did we travel after we left the tower? Did you say 3 hours?
Since you left the tower. Okay. Now, here's the deal. One of the people, the female human, understands Undercommon
Oh, okay.
and heard the drow speaking.
Okay. Okay. What'd you hear?
According to what she says, the dark elf said that they were going to continue through the tunnel until it split into two. The mage would then leave some of the dark elves down the tunnel on the right, while the expert warrior would bring the remaining party through the tunnel on the left. One of the groups was going to take Ian. The other was going to bring the artifact. I don't know which one is which.
Okay.
She said it kind of something interesting too. The way these dark elves were talking, it sounded like they know the schedule of the Winterhold guards.
Okay. Well, we know that they've been
So-
moving information that they've had inside.
Do you think that they have inside information?
100%.
I don't know. They just seem to know everything about Osel two axis schedule that he has with the guards, and I don't know what that means. They also mentioned something about having prisoners that will be sacrificed soon, but I didn't catch the rest of what they said.
So, looking back, that kind of tells me there's a couple things that could be going on. We either have a drow that's undercover or somebody working with the drow.
There's no drow undercover. There's somebody working with it.
Yeah.
We knew that when we gave him the communication.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to hand the sending stone to Urash and say you need to talk to him because he'll understand. He'll believe it coming from you. I'm sure.
All right.
He's not doing that.
I'll kind of, go off to the side and start speaking with my brother through the stone, because I gave him my stone and he had the other one. And I'll tell him what's going on and just mention we found the party, what's left of them, and they supposedly found the pledge, but they were attacked and a lot of them were killed by the drow, and they took the pledge and everything.
So it's interesting what has happened up to so far. You pick up the sending stone. Normally you hold on to it. You think of the person that you're going to be talking to, the other side of the sending stone. A lot of times you'll hear an audible ding when they are in a position to pick up and respond. It comes back ding ding, and then you begin your speech. Okay? You don't get the ding.
Can I hear my fingers snapping?
You can hear yours.
Just make sure I didn't get in the middle of a spell or something.
Well, I mean, but there is some kind of interference going on with the stones right now. Could be the distance. It could be.
Can we try ours?
Huh?
Can we try ours?
Well, I mean, if you knew what the hell was going on, hold on now. He hasn't come back and told y'all that his is not working yet.
Yeah, he went off to the side to do this.
All right. Well,
So you still spoke like you normally would, but you didn't hear that, and you wondered because you did not get a response.
I heard the ding on my side, not on theirs. I mean,
Yeah, yours dinged on your side. It's to let you know that you sent the tell to them.
That
Did you?
it's a. Sorry, I'm not there.
Well, it's almost like an in-game message. You hear send a tell, ding. Okay, so you send it. You get to hear the sending. They get to hear it when it comes in. Don't worry about it.
Bubba keeps
He needs to be quiet.
So,
I'll come back and, hey, I didn't, it's sent as far as I know, but I don't know if anybody's there to pick up because I didn't hear the dings come back.
So that's it. We don't have any communication with him.
Well, unless we try some other communication, which may not be what we want, but at least we can see if they're working.
I mean, all else fails,
Send him a message.
we can.
so you want to try yours now that you heard
say
what he
we
said?
can try and send Percival with a note.
I mean, why not?
Well,
We
let me
left
see
ours
what
with
I
somebody
have.
different. We left ours with the chick in the, yeah.
Just give him a nondescript. Hey, we're just checking in to see if everything.
Ooh,
How,
I have
how are
messages.
things on your end?
Range 120.
That's
What?
what I need sending.
The spell message has a range of 120 feet.
Sending is what I'm thinking.
Sending
Yeah.
is what you'd need.
Yeah, I don't have a. Like I
So
said.
you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
I don't have it
Wait,
either.
we would like to see if.
So I will tell you that it does not. They do not seem to be working at this time.
Okay.
I'll
Do
move
we-
to a different area and try it again just to be sure.
You can. I mean, how far do you want to go? It's like,
walking around like a cell phone trying to get service.
can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean,
Like
it
I
could be
said.
something in the.
Percival can
Okay.
take a note back.
Can we do detect magic?
Percival can do it. Take a note.
That's part of familiars. They can send messages. He might not.
Do you have something? Does he come in a form other than a platypus?
If he's okay with me turning him into something else for a little bit.
No,
Does he
something's
still
odd.
talk to you? You
We
did
patched
light him on
things
fire
up.
and cast him into the
We
void.
patched things up.
You know something that's odd? The sprite
did.
saw the dwarven party and everything but evidently must not have spoke to them.
Well, he said he didn't have time to speak
Yeah,
to them.
he just ran straight.
But he went by us and spoke to us.
No, we found him. We snuck up on him.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I don't think you're really gonna sneak up on a Sprite.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's what he
I mean,
said.
like,
He said that.
did he really seem that untrustworthy to you? Because I remember that he didn't
Sprites.
seem too untrustworthy to you by the role that
I
you had.
believed what he
Why-
said, but
Yeah.
I'm not. You know, they're not always.
Fair tricky. Did
Either
y'all-
way, it's done now because
What
he's
they
either
want
gone to the
Sprite.
surface or he's going to come back and shoot us in the back with something.
Yeah. It might not have been the Sprite,
Might not have been the Sprite. It might have been
the mage.
the mage that we were told about. So
Hey, Bubba.
I guess our only option is to hunt some drown. While they hold the
Yay.
fort
Now
here.
you do recall when you came down
Mhm.
that you were following a
Mhm.
certain path, basically. You do recall that there has been
Multiple
branches,
others, yeah.
different stuff. But right now you are at the edge of where they said that they were going to be.
Right.
And if you go back up to where their split they're talking about, one is the one that you traveled down from, which means it branches off somewhere else again. No, I'm sorry, said that wrong. You came down one way, found them in a set. There is a exit that splits.
Okay.
Whew. Sorry.
So should we go to the exit that splits and make a decision on which way to go from there? They're fine. They can hold their own. They say.
That's what they're saying is that it's down that way,
Yeah.
supposedly, and there's a split.
I mean, yeah, we can.
What's the rest
If
of the
they
group
can
say?
hold their own, then I think it should be fine.
They're
Nothing
saying they
to
can
do
hold
but
their own.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we
Yeah,
need
I
to
believe
go.
them.
We need to at least go down one path, but we need to go after something.
Does anybody have a detect magic spell or anything like that, so we can
Not
maybe
prepared.
See if it's
see what's
prepared.
going on in the area? Why we
So
can't-
basically, they're saying that they were attacked
I can do it as
within
ritual.
the last 6 hours.
6 hours, and then they went that way to a branch.
That way
It'll
we
take
can
me
see
10
what's-
minutes to do it, but if
So-
you guys want me to detect magic,
I mean, we can't communicate.
I don't think we have time. To be
I
honest
think
with
we're
you.
too far down. I think since they said something about the Feywild, there's some kind of magic going on right now. It's gonna mess with us.
I don't think
Let's
we have
just
time.
go
I
and
think we need
see.
to go and see.
Yeah,
and
then-
maybe our
The longer we stay down
Sorry.
there, the worse it's gonna be.
I can check for traps.
on what?
On the dwarf.
Is there a trap on that
Maybe
trap?
our resident tracker can tell something about each path or something.
Okay.
So she can check for traps in the tunnel to make sure there's no like.
Well, if you
Indiana
send them
Jones
both
darts that will
ahead,
come
he
out or
can
anything.
search for
Don't.
tracks as long as
It'll
you
take
don't
an
stay in.
hour to transform the platypus if he lets me.
I don't think
We don't
so.
have time for
Yeah,
it, but
no.
I can send him.
We'll probably lap him on the way out. To be honest with you, he's a platypus. No, just hold on to him.
He's a celestial platypus.
Just hold on to him. You may need to light him on fire later.
So you're going towards the one that's going to be splitting, and at some point in time, you'll have to make a decision at which direction you go.
That's where I'll ask you.
So
So the tunnel on the far side of the cave
Look for heavy
leads to
footprints.
a long, steep corridor and opens into a vast, almost circular cave. It's about 80 feet across. Its high ceiling is covered with stalactites. Inside this 80-foot cavern looks like to be a dozen table-sized cages, which all looked intact and have been arranged in a row on one of the walls.
That might be where they were storing the.
There are 3 large metal trapdoors that seem to be in the ground near the cages. And on the opposite side of the cave are diverging tunnels. The ground is covered with what looks like trash rubble, discarded clothes. As soon as you came into the cave, you smell rot, decay. The ancient or the old death that you smelt earlier was like of a tomb until you found the dwarves, which smelled of newer death. This one here is a vile, nasty stench. When you look at the heaps of stuff on the ground, the debris and litter are what looks to be hundreds and hundreds of skeletons and other types of bodies of things in various stages of decomposition. They are strewn everywhere. Halflings, dwarves, humans, elves, other types of humanoid, like giant lizards and different things. All the cages appeared to be empty except for 2. And roll for initiative.
Finally got something better than a 1.
Oh, it just rolled down the table.
What? Oh,
You won.
sorry. I've transferred my bad luck to you.
It's deserving.
Oh, there's not
Thanks.
my pen cap.
Anybody above 20?
23.
21.
Which one are you going first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex is higher.
Okay, who's after 20?
I got 19.
Yes, it's definitely higher.
18, 17,
Armand.
16, 15,
I had a good one the first
14,
time, but then we didn't do anything.
13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
8.
7.
What'd you 5?
How come it's like always us?
And that makes you.
I got a 5. Nah, but I'm 21 over here today, dude.
You know what?
First
I remember
edition, I was
everybody's
21.
names.
Did you?
Character
Nice.
names this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the 2 cages that are occupied, there is a tiefling, looks to be a tiefling, curled up, passed out, or beaten into submission on the bottom of one. There is. There is a very alive, active, very engaging, sparkling eyes. Looks to be a drow in another cage.
Sure.
She has got her hands on the bars, and she's looking at you as a party. That being said, dig. Huh?
Recognize anyone? Either one of them?
Hold on.
Can I see? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You're distracted
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
because out of the mounds of the bodies and stuff that seem to be there come a few critters
Oh no!
of carrion crawler types.
Right into Rush.
You can have 'em, I don't want 'em.
Usually it happens. Yeah. Right into running.
Why can't I kill one?
Why am I turned around about to stab and block?
You're probably gonna run.
I don't run, I'm usually up front.
Put it in the ground.
He's trying to get in range to throw the platypus.
So believe it or not, everybody goes first before they do.
Nice. Okay.
Because the DM rolled.
Ooh.
No. Yes.
Glad you turned over a new leaf.
So we start up at Dorn. Dorn, we got 3 carrion crawlers, and they're not conveniently placed like that, but we can put a place like that if you want to.
How do you want to place?
That's fine.
We'll run out here, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy right here.
Okay. That one.
Yeah. Well, not close. So a 24 on the first one and a 14 on the second one. Did they both hit?
They both hit.
Okay.
Like the kickback.
So at 8 points of damage,
My whole class
and
is
then
in here.
let's see,
Just
13.
Yeah.
That's 21 points of damage total.
Oh. Nice.
I want to hit someone else's
Okay.
fireball already.
I should have done this first.
That's a
Should have done
risk
it
of
first, but I don't actually have it. I forgot I don't have it.
pretty sure he's in one of the cages.
Oh, he's definitely.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm done. I'll just stand right there.
I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody beat him and took
takes
him
so
and tried him and everything.
Carrion crawlers, big wormy type things that like to eat corpses and such, or eat live people to make them into corpses.
And they're coming towards me. I almost.
Well, they're not yet, but they're thinking about it. You've interrupted their meal.
That's bigger than 15 foot. That looks like
Can I just ready in action for one? I mean, because none of them are close, right? I'd have to go attacking. Can I just ready an action? I want to ready to cut it.
wait
with
till
my-
she uses.
But you're not getting any closer.
No,
You're gonna stand right there.
in the back.
Just
Everybody else is scattered and he's
Yeah.
standing there and
She's like.
Eli.
I'd like to cast Scorching Ray on the one that Ronnie hit.
Highlight
I'm gonna
spray.
move you out.
Okay.
I love it.
Sure.
Right there.
I need to get me a set of these.
You got a line of sight too. Good.
Yes, sir. 2d6 per ray. Does anybody else have any d6?
Yeah,
gotta
here.
hit, don't
You
you?
just roll yours
absolutely.
twice
I
and
think
use
it's-
the maps.
I think you gotta roll a ranged attack.
Yeah, you roll one ranged attack first.
For both
Roll
rays?
For each ray to hit.
For each ray?
Yeah, it's 3
Oh.
rays. You're doing it second level or first?
Huh?
I think it is First. second level.
No, it is a second level spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were doing higher.
No, I only think I have second level.
Oh, so
Not quite that eldritch
just
yet.
3 rays.
Alright. What is range dex? What is it? Spell modifier?
Should be your spell modifier, yeah.
Alright, so 20.
Hit.
First one. 22 on the second.
Okay.
And 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
It's like you actually hit.
You're excited.
He's
excited for
He's got a flame.
Logan.
Flamethrower. In his
Your
eye.
existence.
Now it gets fun. 3 on the first, 8 on the second.
4 on the third.
What is that? 15?
15 total.
Okay. ZC.
I'm going to move up some. So 1, 2, 3, 5. So up 25 feet. And I'm going to take my action to create my Eldritch Cannon. But it's gonna be able to move independently. I mean, is it cool if I just use like my D4 for it? Or, actually, a D12. I don't use that.
He's like, what is he barking at?
Yeah, it works.
That's how I know
So
that
it's
arrow
gonna
would
be
be
the
great for him.
flamethrower Eldritch Cannon. Actually, yeah,
Range spell attack.
flamethrower. That's it.
Okay. Udarash.
Just looking over at the drow in the cage, is she doing anything while we're battling with these? Is anything going on with her now, or is she just standing there still?
She's standing there.
All right,
Just standing there.
just making sure. I'm gonna.
Actually, give me a perception check.
10.
There seems to be a little bit of a glow on the cage that may be hindering her from doing much of anything.
Okay.
Matter of fact, there seems to be a glow on the tiefling too.
All right.
Tiefling ain't moved.
Who is that standing now? Is that the dragon? Who is that standing in front there?
The one
That's
with
her
wings?
cannon.
Okay.
Believe it or not, that's ZC.
Somehow.
No.
So give me a
She
nine.
hasn't updated her character model. Give her a button.
I will.
I know you put a lot of effort into finding something that had wings.
Let me over.
Leave that
Little
man's
bit.
alone.
What's that?
Logan. This way.
Oh,
A little bit.
He's mad
About the
for
lip.
not playing with
Right
him.
there.
okay.
That's all.
He's never been this mad.
Actually, one more.
Can you put Cat in the hat?
And I'm gonna throw my
Kick him in the head.
boomerang at that one.
Not
there.
really. Which one?
There we
This
go.
one on this side.
Get him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was fucking my food earlier.
Stop, Logan. Stop.
He said, but.
At 11,
11 does not make it.
okay? I'll throw it again. I got 11 again.
I think that one missed too.
So it missed because it started crawling up the wall and headed towards you. Not actually sideways on the wall.
All right.
Okay.
So it's moved on the whole.
Wait.
And I'm
Aslan.
gonna,
These things have pretty
I'm gonna
much.
take a bonus action to take the, use a key point
Okay.
to take patient defense.
Okay.
So
It gives them disadvantage if they attack me.
Okay.
curiosity, how close are they to the cages?
Cages are on this wall over here. Remember, it's 80 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, towards me,
In
right?
that case, I can.
Okay,
would
good.
that
My
hit
Eldritch
all-
Cannon is right outside of it.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
that hits all three, right? Okay, I'll cast fireball. They have to
Gonna
make
put it on
a.
the back end of this.
They have to make a dexterity save. I also love they have the spell
It's
stats.
what DC?
It is a 14. Hopefully they're not dexterous.
Yeah.
See if we get one.
None of them make it.
None of them?
None?
Okay, I need to borrow some d6s.
How many you need, boss?
The only ones that don't roll below 3.
1, 2, 3,
Nah,
4,
okay, I
5,
don't want
6,
these.
7, one
There's
more.
one behind
Right
the
there.
thing.
8, perfect. I'll drill it on the table.
No whammies, no whammies. Exactly.
Ooh,
Uh,
that I
6, 12,
17.
18,
18. That's 24 right there.
24,
28
27,
damage.
28, yeah. I can count.
Can you?
She's excited for you.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
28
Hi, baby.
fire damage.
Don't pull my dress up. Just say
This
hello.
is-
He's on another level tonight.
Yeah, he's a flirt.
Yeah.
The one over here,
Uh-huh.
closest to Ronnie,
It's a hot boy summer.
is
Tell him,
legs
mommy.
up.
Kinda toasty.
All right. Lucan.
I'm gonna take 2 shots at the one on the wall. Is he still
Okay.
on the wall?
Yes, he is.
Alright, so
He's
number 1.
good looking too. You know why? He's smoking.
That's 20, 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for the first one, and dirty 20 to hit the second
Nice.
one.
You gonna give these guys a shot? Chance to do anything? Or y'all just gonna kill them all?
That's the clear.
Kill
That's
him
the
all.
oh.
Did you have something else to tell me?
We don't have a pretty good track record of letting other things
Good
act.
way is right now.
They usually kill
Actually
us.
rolled better.
Still is.
I did the wrong thing.
I'm content
It's
now.
always rush.
17 damage.
It's always next time.
Yeah, I rolled.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
look
a
like
7
you let your
both
daddy cut
times,
your nails.
and then
My
I
baby doesn't
only
want
added
that.
4. I was supposed to have added
Oh,
7.
you want to sit
So
on
it should
the
have
lap.
been a 14.
They would have hit.
Yeah,
It's alright.
it's all right.
Less mead.
17.
More
I
focus.
screwed up.
Damage?
Yeah.
How many damages?
17.
Look at us hitting things with damages.
Look at me,
Got
ready in the back.
That's okay, as long as I can keep somebody else from dying.
Why do we together? What are you here for? Obviously not checking for
I have a
traps.
great time though.
She's here for the experience.
Yeah.
Dude, he has almost died more times than we have checked for traps.
Logan.
That's a problem.
That's
a problem for both of us.
I was gonna say that is not a me. That is not a me issue.
He's almost died less than 10
He's almost
times.
died every time we've arrived.
How many times
All
have
right,
we checked for
well,
traps?
what's happening right now?
They're arguing about Azrin and how often he
We
almost
have
dies.
more notes
And how
in
that
the party
she doesn't
than
check
she
for
has
traps.
checked
You
for
are
traps.
nuts.
Okay.
So the
Fireball
carrion
destroyed.
crawlers
Yes.
are not
Oh, he's
overly
got
happy
love.
with
That's
what
got you
you've
feeling
done to
real.
them, and so they are going to attempt to escape if you care to try to finish them off.
I want to finish.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of shots.
You gotta do something.
Or, I mean, is it
Okay,
open?
we-
No,
we
I
have
wasn't
one
gonna
more
bother
shot
them in the
before they
first
get
place.
out of-
They didn't want to eat me. They
I
wanted
mean,
to
we
eat
got-
dead
Start with
flesh.
Dorn.
Everyone gets one.
I'll hit. I'll hit old dude.
Number 2.
It's not often you get the murder over.
One's got a couple arrows in them and smoking.
No, I'm gonna do the same thing that he did.
You
Say
cast
one
Fireball.
one good turn deserves another, so I'll just cast fireball on him.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so boom.
8d6.
So they're gonna
Yeah, dexterity saving.
spell save DC of 17.
They both miss regardless.
Yo, yeah.
You gotta go pee.
No, his dice are right to him like.
He oinks, that means yes.
6, 5, 11, 12, 14, 18, 20. 26 points of damage to both of them.
I think that's what I did.
He did 28.
That crispies them both.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I got to kill.
I'm just saying.
I warmed them up for you.
Yeah, get it? Warmed them up.
Alright.
You're not a good cook.
I'm not a good cook. They're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're well done.
And then,
Yeah, we got food for the trip now.
Yes, we do.
and then I'm gonna take.
There you go.
All right.
Since we're out, I guess we're out of combat now.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna take an action with my. Let me have the.
No.
What's it called? Shoot. Rod of the Pack Keeper and get my spell.
Ah!
Take an action to do that.
Shush! Shushy! No.
We had two.
No.
I'm going back in.
Shuddy,
Oh,
shuddy.
stop.
Stop it. No.
All right.
I'm going toward the cave.
No more.
Can we investigate the good old smoke guy? Hey, smoke guy.
So, if I am remembering right, the drow female looks a little paler than normal. Like maybe she's not 100% drow.
Half drow.
Black leather armor, right? Okay. No weapons that you can see that's on her at this time. The tiefling you recognize
Hey, Bubba.
from
Where we were away.
the White Dragon.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey, man.
Everybody that was here from the Dracolich raid, everybody was part of the Dracolich raid?
Mm-hmm.
From the previous campaign?
You were. Well, I said that your character had been there.
Retroactive.
Yeah.
So everybody here was.
I wasn't at the fight. Technically.
No,
I
your
was-
character was.
Yeah, I know, but like, my character's not in the fight. She was like outside of the.
She was
what
doing
going-
medic stuff.
Oh, but you were there. That counts.
I was not
So-
anything.
You were in the battle, but not at the fray.
I need a wisdom check. Just have everybody roll. That's fine.
Check. Did not say.
Nope. Not a save.
Nope.
Natural 20, so
I was right
22.
next to a 20.
No wise. No wisdom.
2?
I got a +3, but I'm rolling like 4.
Plus
Dirty
anything.
20. Well, I thought that should be high. No, 30.
This half drow, the reason why you remember her is because she actually was part of the Dracolich raid on y'all's behalf.
She was a friend.
She was in a different group than y'all were.
Okay.
Okay, so you were with Morgan's table and everything else. Kylene was at Steven's table, I believe.
Yeah.
This character was in the third group.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, everybody it's now that you talk about it, it's like, yeah, we know her. Can't remember her name, but she was with the Dracolich raid, which. Okay. And so you got a tiefling that was there was part of the White Dragon thing, and she's hurt, or he's hurt. He is not doing so well, and he's lacking apparel at this time too as well.
Oh, you button Does he have any jewelry on?
Huh?
Does he have any jewelry on?
No.
Oh, I got the ring.
Did you hide it?
I'll
in your pocket?
I'll go over and start like inspecting.
Are they
asking
still locked in
questions,
the
what's
cages?
hurt,
Don't
what's
wanna know
wrong,
where it is,
basic
man.
They're in the
medic.
cages.
So it is.
So I want to
Yeah, but I mean,
see if
like-
the cages.
I wouldn't say all.
Like it's locked, but I want to check and see if it's like
Alright, dude, we got a journal.
trapped or magic or anything like that on his cage.
Okay.
So, do I need to make what kind of check do I need to
Well, you can do an Arcana.
make? Okay.
I mean, it's
Oh, hey,
definitely a palpable glow.
you see Bubba? 24.
Hey,
You'd think it was wizard lock.
Wizard
Hey,
lock.
Bubba's.
No,
You see Bubba's?
I'll just stick my hand through the bars and just like shake him a little bit. It's like, hey buddy, are you alive?
It's like a good way to
You can
say
moan
it.
if you want.
All right, cool. So I'm going to.
He wasn't not treated very well.
No. Are you? Is he at 0 hit points? Are you at 0 hit points?
Would you like a good job?
Well, I'll put it this way: he didn't give up his possessions very readily,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they brained him pretty good.
Oh.
So it was more of a subdual that they did. So
No.
you were completely taken by surprise. But anyway, that's.
Hey, do you have some dispel magic?
I have no, I do not, but I have knock. I can suppress a magic lock for 10 minutes.
There you go.
I just need to know if he's.
I
like,
can also just put a hole in the
unconscious.
cage, maybe with one of my rogue. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
I
It's
just
gonna
need to
be
know if he's
very loud.
unconscious.
You might be able to help him out.
Okay, because I want to use the first aid cantrip.
Nice.
And the creature can spend a hit die to regain hit points equal to 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier.
This is your last hit die that you have.
Cool.
Oh, so
That's fine. That's okay to do that.
okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying you've.
I've had none.
Huh? They beat you up pretty good.
Cool.
So you'll get 6 hit points back. I know it's not a lot, but I can. With what we have right now, this is the most I can do. Where we are.
So I didn't. I count like the end of that because that just woke me up. I'm conscious now.
Nice.
So I
Hey,
guess
hey! What's your finger doing in my butt?
Hey, buddy, just trying to get my hand on the ring.
You had to hide it somewhere. Different kind of ring, guys. Oh.
No, no.
Oh. Hey, I didn't go there first. Y'all did.
So I guess I'll try and
Wait,
cast knock on
But
the
is it common?
cage, see if I can open it.
Which cage?
The one he's in.
Okay. So you're all leaving the
For the
person from the
moment.
Dracolich raid. Okay. All right.
At the moment.
So you're able to. You can knock it open. Yes.
Okay. It's only going to stay unlocked for 10 minutes. What's enough to get you out?
Yeah, getting out of the cage.
Okay.
Wanna knock again?
Doesn't knock have an area effect or
Choose an object.
targeted?
It's targeted, yeah.
That's what it is.
Isn't it also like loud?
Oh yeah, it's a loud knock that you can hear within 300 feet.
And we're in a cave.
And I was about to say, I imagine the cave, it echoes a lot
Echoes
farther
quite
than
a
that.
bit. It's alright, just go ahead and knock again.
Watch out for them stalactites.
Nice.
Are you engaging the party at all?
No, I'm just gonna watch and see what they're
You
doing.
recognize
Yeah,
quite a
few of
number of them. Yeah, you've encountered some of these individuals before.
Yeah, so I'm relying on that connection, but I'm just gonna watch
Okay.
and see what they're doing because they're helping.
We need to find you close.
I'm gonna take my cloak off and put it over him
Mm-hmm.
and make sure he's.
I'm wrapping it around.
Yeah, nethers are
Side
covered.
important bits.
We are in a cave in the winter, up in the north.
The women didn't
No.
take that. They didn't take all your jewels.
I'm going to give him a healing potion.
I am going to drink said healing potion. Is it basic or
Yeah, basic healing potion.
Yeah. We ain't that bougie.
2D?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Could roll better.
So, do we want to let her out soon?
Another 7.
I don't see why not.
No,
I don't see
not yet.
I think it's crazy that we opened the first door as well.
You know me.
That's racist.
So have we?
So the last thing you remember.
Yes.
What in the world are you doing here?
Oh god. I was looking. I heard about a magic portal in the caves.
Did you get jumped by a sprite?
No.
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
There were drow, I think.
Sounds about right.
God, my head hurts.
They took your stuff. Huh?
Yeah.
There's there any sign of any belongings?
His
anywhere?
belongings are just not in this area.
I imagine I've got like a really good knot on the back of my head.
Yeah.
It's
In the front and the
right
side.
behind one of your horns.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. It looks like it's like almost like a third horn trying to come out, but you know, it's not. It's just
Very tender.
So you were studying. You felt like a wild magic surge. You decided to maybe go towards it. You did encounter the sprite. You didn't recall that you did, but when you mentioned sprite, it's like, hey man, there was this. That was looking for
a little
there was this
glowing thing.
that was looking for a portal, and you're like, hey, that makes sense, and that, you know. And then next thing you know, you're getting jumped by these drow, and you thought you could handle a lot of things, but these drow really, they had it set up for you and got you good.
Do you remember like how many there were?
I put it this way: they attacked so fast that you did not. You know there was at least a half a dozen. You know there was magic involved. You felt it, okay. But by the time you realized what was happening, it was too late.
Everything was fake and black.
Ronnie's gonna commit murder.
Logan Bush.
So yeah, I relay all of that.
Okay. Tell you what, it's 8 o'clock. How about we take a small bio break for the dogs? This dog
Yeah.
too. And let's get back at okay. We've always say 10 minutes.
Well, let's take
At
10
least
minutes.
Yeah, but it's 8:15. We'll be
Yeah.
back. And we're back. Woohoo! I had to pee a long time.
Nice.
Well, at least I didn't fart this time.
That's true.
All right.
You heard it earlier.
I did shart earlier.
Oh my gosh.
That's all right.
Is it crusty?
It's a little slippery still.
Oh. I'm good.
What is happening?
How does this the second he hits like transition on there?
Okay.
Record.
So where were we? So I forget your character's name. Reef. Reef who gives grief, except when he's getting it. So Reef is up and conscious. Now what about
Don't let her out.
Hmm?
Don't let her out.
Don't let her out.
Don't let her out. Trust me on this.
Why?
Give me 5 minutes.
Give you 5 minutes?
Alone.
Alone with her?
Yeah, just go on the other side of the cave for a minute. Seriously.
now you
trust
do
me.
now y'all do remember that at one point in time he was in the same group with her
With
in the
her?
Dracolich raid.
What
Yes.
is the visibility level in this cave?
It's dark.
Wow.
I mean, not completely void of light.
It's dim.
It's dim.
It's a drow like area.
Well, I'll go over to the other side. Who else is going over there?
I'm looking for any evidence of my stuff.
You know that they put it in a bag
A full run.
and took it.
I'm gonna go around and look around where the cave crawlers were.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm gonna go inspect the Uterash. Might as well.
You can inspect his rash.
No, I'm gonna inspect with it. We're not that close yet. Just drinking minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Remember, it's not gay.
Me
The nuts
and
don't
you-
touch.
I'm just saying, my nuts do touch.
Lol.
I mean, me and Elok maybe that close.
Alright. So are we alone?
Huh?
Are we alone?
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be
Have we
anyone
gotten him out of his
around.
cage?
Yes,
Just
he
a
is out.
conjugal visit.
Elvish common, undercommon, and thieves king.
You said what? That's what you speak?
I thought thieves came.
That was corny. I liked it.
I'm going to,
thieves' cant.
yeah, I'm going to start making sure that the other thief isn't around, or the other rogue isn't around.
I went to the other side of the cave. I was polite.
I want to start speaking like using thieves' cant, saying, "Why are you here?"
I'll tell you that I can't.
No, I'm sorry. Just telling him to hold on.
Oh, I'll tell you that I came to this cave. I thought it was abandoned, so I thought I would search it and see if I could find anything that would be of value to sell to some contacts that I know.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
New. New. Exactly.
Okay.
Why?
Believe him completely.
That doesn't.
You don't want to believe her,
Yeah,
but you do.
I still think it's bull. I still want to say bull crap, but it sounds like something she would do.
You always know that there's more to this.
Doesn't explain using thieves' cant. Doesn't explain why you haven't been in contact for weeks.
I've been in this mine for a few weeks. Wandering around.
She was emaciated at all, or
I've
She
been
road weary.
road weary?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been unable to communicate with anybody for some reason. None of my usual manners of communication work down here.
Now you believe that holds true with what you've seen so far.
Why was I trying to be killed on the road and your name brought up?
I don't understand why anybody would be trying to kill you in my name.
Bullcrap. Your name. I didn't say they were trying to kill you in your name. Trying to kill me in your name. I said your name was brought up because you hired this person.
I hire all kinds of people. I mean, at any one time, there's no less than 20 people working for me. I haven't given orders to kill anybody.
I still don't believe that. What do you do?
I have many people working for me.
He is Grace.
Well, bull in a china shop. There you are.
I'm going to turn my back, call everybody over.
Okay.
Rear.
Hey y'all.
Please, if I could get y'all to come over here for a minute.
You're
Did we
done with
find
your little
anything?
powwow?
Heart punches.
So your 5 minutes are up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I was watching that.
Okay.
Not that I could understand anything they were saying, but I just wanted
Well, you can definitely tell they were having a disagreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll me an insight check, since you were watching specifically.
We find anything about the cage?
There might be a memory that you remember, or it could be something that you have projected as a memory. Does that make sense? Is it something you made up that makes sense to you? You seem to recall that they came from the same town when you first met on the Dracolich raid. When y'all had been talking, just in general, talking.
Okay.
But you can't remember if that's something that you specifically remember as a memory, or if that's something that you'd like to think that you remember as a memory. Okay. So he calls you all over, and
You all want to know how much you can trust me. Well, up to this point, you could. She hired me to keep tabs on someone. That's why I'm here.
On me? That's crazy. What you wanna know?
So, I don't know. She paid me in gold, but when my life, I know it was a surprising revelation, but I didn't mean to make you choke. But gold speaks very loudly, up to the point where I almost die for no reason. And that's when I start to get a little weird of who I'm going with, who I'm being employed by, and no information coming from anywhere. So, that's where I stand. I kept tabs. I didn't really tell anything other than where we were. It wasn't sent to kill you. I wasn't sent for any other reason, just to keep an eye on you, and that's what I did. I tried to
I don't like
help.
you no more.
Yeah.
Well, you never did anyway. So, and I know you don't.
Can we do an insight check?
Absolutely. Cool.
It makes me wonder less about kept getting followed by people and where they always happen to know where we were.
Yeah.
That I had nothing to do with.
How do we know letters weren't
15?
Well, letters were going to. There were letters. I'll tell you right now. There were letters going
I rolled
straight to her.
a 15
Why are you
on
there?
insight.
But how do we
I
know they
just
weren't
believe that that's all
intercepted
there is to
and then
do you believe
once
it?
read,
What'd you roll?
sent on the way?
You didn't. Okay.
No, I
Anybody
got
else
it.
rolling?
What'd
anything?
you roll?
No, I have 0.
What-
Sure,
What'd she
I will.
roll?
She wanted
15.
I believe
Plus.
him.
No, 15.
Just
Nothing. 15.
17.
which was it?
Wisdom. Okay.
12.
Who's got the letters?
I think you grabbed them, didn't
I
you?
took them.
The letters from D to B.
You remember something about the letters. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you remember something in the letters.
Speaking of, didn't we find letters
From B to
at
D.
one point?
Take them out and I just throw them on the ground. Are they there?
Could have just handed them to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
They're
who wants
they're about me, correct? Give them here.
Actually, no. They're mostly just directions or coordinates, and then
Actually, you can't read any of it
No.
except the D and the B part.
they're coordinates of where we're going, where we've been, and then it turns into a little more hostile notes of asking why there are people trying to kill us, and then there are more hostile notes asking why there are no notes coming back to me to give me any information.
So, why did you want to know stuff about me before I killed you?
I will leave it at that.
Is
Explain your
there-
way out of that. I'll turn around and walk off. No amount of gold is
So,
worth
are you
fighting a cleric like
upset
that.
that he has
No, I'm not upset at all. I'm cool, calm,
The cleric
collected.
that got eaten by the giant
The
dragon.
reason that I asked our
Dorn,
friend
when
here
you first met me.
to
Dorn.
keep tabs on you is I was eventually going to extend to you an opportunity to become part of a small circle of information gatherers and power players in a certain city.
Oh.
And I needed to vet your
You. And then you contact 3 of your friends, and they each contact 3 of your friends.
Yeah.
Can I roll that too?
My name's Ponder.
You might want to roll a bluff check. Even though you may not be bluffing.
17.
I got you
One
on
of these times
17
we're gonna
too.
roll better than that. Out of 12 again.
What's that gonna be? Deception?
Yes.
Yeah. Face.
It's not too bad. That's a 14.
Most of what she says is true. As far as you're concerned.
As far as I'm concerned,
Most.
most of what she says is
What part is not true, you're not quite sure.
something's not sitting right with me about this.
Okay, well,
So
well, correct.
what was your name?
Me.
What was her name?
Veronica.
Actually,
Vivian. Vivian. That's what I said.
That's the B to D.
That's the V to D. D to V. I'm Dorn. She's Vivian. T to V.
I'm Dorn, she's Warren.
I'm Dorn. She's
Where are
Vaughn.
you, where are you
Dorn.
from, Vivian?
Darn.
Vivian and Vivian.
Luskin. Luskin.
Luskin.
Luskin. I'm from Luskin.
I can vouch that she told me the same thing at the raid.
Well,
And I knew her from
that.
there.
You grew up
Yeah,
with
I
her.
grew up
You
with
kind
her,
of grew
yeah.
up on the same
Yeah.
streets as her.
Same
I'll
streets.
go on.
I'll vouch for her
I'll
on
go
Luskin.
on to tell you that that's where I became interested in you is on the Dracolich raid. I was a part of that. So I decided to keep track of it.
Insight checks. Deception check.
17.
11.
That's a 17 as well.
19.
So you're fairly certain that that part is
Oh, I think, yeah. Yep.
okay.
Because that's where she approached me.
Now, still give me an insight check.
6.
Okay.
Alright guys, so I would like to take this back with us. Because I have questions.
This.
If not, we can offer right here, but those are my 2 options. How do y'all feel about
I don't
this?
really trust.
I want answers as well.
Alright,
I'm,
so
I'm cool with information.
I don't think we should just straight up murder someone right away.
I don't want anybody
do
following me. So
I understand that, and I completely get that, but
If we do decide on murder, I have the grease spell prepared.
Okay.
And I have firebolt.
calm down, chicken wing.
Yeah.
We can deep fryer right now.
What about Dorn?
What
We
about
can deep
Dorn?
fry him too. I'm sure he tastes great.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
kind
with
of
that.
starting to wonder too. 'Cause you know
I'm
this
serious.
stuff
If
you
we're,
did,
like, 'cause
fussed
I
about
This is
What-
is
what's
good.
what did I
he's
do?
literally been questioning me the entire time.
questioning
We've
party
been on this
members and everything,
campaign,
but then-
and
And
now
he's
he
literally
tells
been
us
writing
that
out
he's
behind our
secrets.
back.
all right. How about one at a time? Start blaming me for things.
wow.
We're agreeing
you
on the
get to
same thing.
choose.
No, I don't get to choose.
we
but-
also have a mission down here. So the alternative is, I guess,
I will give you this. Yeah, I told you that I couldn't be trusted with certain things, but have I done anything to you to try to get you killed in this at any point in
I
time?
don't
don't
actively
know.
tell
Other than
you.
you,
We
you
don't
didn't.
know.
You don't count because you were behind a darkness spell.
I
I
actively
tell, 'cause you
don't
hit
tell
me
you
with it.
things. So
We
What?
don't know.
Actually, at some point, I was trying to keep you safe. So
well, we'll see about that. We'll see what
It
kind of
doesn't mean that we
information you can
trust you
offer me in the
anymore.
I
future.
don't want you to trust me because I told you you couldn't trust me.
right
Right
now
now you can.
Right
because
now
I handed
you're
you
here
with the
to
tree.
verify everything Vivian says
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's fine.
That's the entirety of our relationship.
I had less of that before this.
I'm just gonna say I don't feel comfortable journeying with somebody I can't trust.
Yeah, who don't you trust then?
These two.
Okay.
Period.
Mm-hmm. No, I
get that.
agree.
I understand, but
But my life is in your hands, and you're telling secrets to someone else without us knowing, and now you're revealing it.
And now I know.
Why are you revealing it?
Because he stopped getting paid.
because my life became in danger at some point because this person, their name came up. Vivian's name came up when that cleric attacked us on the dragon.
Yeah.
And that's when I started questioning Vivian and got no answers. So at this point, she's here. So I need answers as well. At any point in time, I could have just left it alone and gone on by my way and then stuck a knife in her back later.
You should. You should kill her right now.
I don't think she needs to be killed right now.
No, I have questions.
I think she
literally
needs
locked
to
in a
tell
cage.
you all. Not you. Screw the rest of you. She needs to tell her the truth.
So she's lying.
I don't know what she hasn't told her what she's looking for.
I don't
she
know
has,
that she's
but
lying,
I mean,
but her story
we don't know if
doesn't
she's
sit right
lying.
with me.
I
Not
mean,
the whole
it
thing.
sits well. It tracks for what Luskin is. That's what I deal in, is information. And since I got none from her, I've stopped dealing with her.
Yeah,
I understand it. I am fully prepared to be your fall guy in this whole thing, and I get that. But at no point have I ever tried to stick a knife in anyone's back here. Yes, you got hurt, and I apologize for that. And that was just, I don't want to say collateral damage, but that was a mistake on several parts.
Why
Not
do they have
yours.
you in a cage?
I just got surrounded down here. I was
While you're being nosy?
outnumbered.
Hey, what about you? Do you know?
While I was
Were you
No,
here?
I just came
snooping
because
around looking
there
for
was weird
treasure.
magic.
Who was
Okay.
here in the cage first?
So you don't know.
Who
I
was
don't
here in the
remember being put in the cage.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Where are
It's
you?
like when I woke
Yeah,
up to
good call. There, yeah.
So you don't know.
You
our
all
friend
were
here.
here when I woke up.
Okay.
So you don't know her.
Nope.
So I can tell them that I remember him being drugged into the cage after I was already here.
Now, whether they believe you or not.
Gosh, this is all.
So, the time for mystery is up on my part. Because the person who's paying me is here for some reason. And I need answers as well.
Alright, so I got rope.
What are you gonna do with rope?
What do you think we're gonna do with rope?
We're not hanging people.
I didn't say we're gonna hang.
God, Elliot.
I have
someone up.
Yeah.
Why would I hang?
No, we plan on taking her with us.
You're gonna tie her up.
Yes. What the hell were you? Why were you thinking that?
Yeah, so
Well, we can't
There's
be a
so
little
many
bloodthirsty.
other ways
We
to
still kill a
guess.
person.
well, if you want to send a message, I mean,
We're all having this
To
discussion.
who?
I'm gonna cast disguise self
She's
on
the one who
myself
employs
so
people.
that I'm wearing pants.
She's the one.
Good call.
Because I've been standing here with a cloak wrapped around my waist the entire
Butt
time.
naked the entire time.
So I'm
He
just
is
gonna put on my
straight up
usual
slinging
clothes. Or at least it'll look like I'm wearing clothes.
Wait, what did you do?
Use disguise
self.
self to put
What
on
is your
clothes.
character's wisdom? What's this? The
My
attribute
natural
score?
wisdom?
I'm pretty sure. I can double check. I have the spell.
15.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Is there something else that we could do?
15.
We never got the orb. We still have to go through the trial.
That was a deception
Can you
check,
see
my
through
friend.
illusion?
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
with you. I'm
an
still-
idea.
I
So
don't
you
know
still
about
see
trusting
into your
him.
head.
You still see his
just
way.
as much.
Dude,
That
and
maybe
he's been coming after
she
us
stays in the
literally
cage.
the entire time.
Well,
He
you heard our
stays here.
question because he's
You
been
stay
asking
here.
about
Let
your
them
question,
finish,
you know, and
find
And we've
Ian
told- how many
Boulderstock,
times have we
or
told him?
whoever
We
this
have no
guy
idea
was
about the
looking
money.
for. And hopefully find your gear.
My thought the whole time were if you had money, why in the hell would you be traveling
You
with us?
keep an eye on them
Why would
two.
we lie
He
about
keeps
it?
an eye on
Sure
you
as hell
two, and
wouldn't
she
you
keeps an eye on
Just
both of
left
you.
a raid together. Like we should be arguing.
Uh,
the reason why
got an idea.
together.
What's going on? How about, since you can't trust them, you leave them here.
Mhm.
You can do what you came here to do. Maybe find my stuff, and I'll stay here, keep an eye on them. They'll keep an eye on us. She's already in a cage.
I was told you escaped with something last time.
My
I'd like
life.
to lock both of them up. He can come with us because he hasn't tried to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish what we're
I've
doing,
tried to
and
kill
then
you?
we'll come back to get them.
Oh,
I said
okay.
you
Oh,
have
lock both of these.
No,
in.
I'm
Okay.
actually okay with this plan. Because
haven't
I'll
tried to
also
kill
stay
anybody
back
here.
because I'm not gonna leave them by themselves.
I hardly know you, and the
That's
first
fair.
time
Are we
you
really
met,
gonna
No.
split
you
the group
insulted
right
me.
Exactly,
Not that
that's
much
what I'm
now.
saying.
Very
Let's
blatant.
lock
We
them
still have to
I
back
don't
fight
like
either
a lot
a
of people when I
trained
first
fighter
moved to
or a
this village.
wizard.
Let's lock them back up.
So I.
Nobody in this party is friends. Nobody here likes each
I
other.
mean,
Honestly,
you Rash, we're drinking buddies, you know?
So which
Yeah.
tiefling are you talking about locking up?
Huh?
The
Which
majority of us
tiefling are you
really
talking
good
about
with
locking
each
up?
other, but when you got somebody
Okay.
hired from another
black
naked
one
person,
one?
the
Not
black
the
style of
black
party?
one.
Wow! He keeps asking.
Yes. We're being recorded. And can you be a closet racist at home?
The black one.
Not only being
Let's lock
recorded,
this
but
one
it's
back
also
up.
live right now.
Embarrassing.
Let's continue doing what we came here to do with the people we came here with, and then when we're finished,
Also,
then we can deal with this.
Hear me out. They are unarmed.
Yeah.
He is unarmed.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do to us if all of us turn on them?
You
There's
want,
no
you want
harm
his
in
food
bringing
now?
them, and
Since he
at
had yours?
least
There's no,
Okay, we'll go get it.
no harm in bringing them.
Stop.
They have
He has a
Drow
valiant
ones who
argument.
locked them
Yeah, it's
up.
true. Hey, knock it off.
I don't trust it.
The dog, not the party. Sorry.
Party team.
But the
I'm
party.
saying just don't arm her.
Why
There's-
bring her if she's not
Do you
armed?
think he's going to be willing to go back into a cage?
First of all,
He doesn't
I-
really have a choice. Hey,
I am backing
We
away
freed
from the
him.
cages.
all I'm saying is you don't really have a choice.
Logan.
He has never turned on us.
He took
Stop.
spoils and left.
Yeah, but he didn't really have a.
Are you saying you've never taken spoils from a fight and left?
Here's the deal.
I've never done that.
My character's not standing up. I am. First of all, because I hurt because I stood up really quick.
You're a
I
fucking
yelled at the
robot.
dog. There's no reason why we should lock him back up. Stop. Stop.
I trust him.
he actually
If he was
helped
gonna
us.
do something, he would
Even
have
though
done
I
it by
don't
now. But
trust
we
him,
were all
He
huddled
saved
together.
my life.
Well, he
I
helped
may
him.
not have
I
liked
trust
him,
you.
but he saved my life.
He helped
We at
him.
least owe him
I
that.
trust him.
Trust him.
He
That's
helped
fine.
him when he thought he was a member of our party.
Yeah, I am a member of your party.
I kind of want to go back.
Well,
to that.
I
Alright,
actively
I
have
mean-
helped you throughout this whole thing
But you're hired from outside, and we don't know if
to
we can
keep an
trust you.
eye
with
on
that.
someone. And,
We're
and I told
literally
you
in
the
a
truth.
cave because somebody is leaking information to Drow, and you have been in the party
And you
leaking
didn't leak
Leaking
any
information to a
for
drow.
money, which is worse because you have no loyalties.
And the only reason why you're
At
on
this
our
point,
side now is because your
She had
life
no
is
clue
in
that we were
danger.
going to be here.
What?
She had no clue we were going to be here.
Because she stopped communicating with you. That's the
And I
only
stopped
reason why.
communicating with her when we started. So he tried to get us killed.
So hear me out. You have switched sides.
I've always been on my side.
Yes, literally.
Yes.
Literally.
I haven't found any of my stuff.
Oh man, I want to go back to the tower.
Well, we got paid to do this, so.
That's why you want to.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, that magic block has probably relocked that cage at this point. It's been longer than 10 minutes we've been arguing.
It's not about that. It's about not having shoes.
Yeah, that too.
Things that dangle that might get snagged by a stalagmite.
Mm-hmm.
It might.
At the top.
I don't see where this is going to go very
I'm
well.
prone to the three of us staying here with her in the cage until y'all get back.
Nah, I'm not.
I mean, if it's clothes stopping you, I bought winter clothes, so I have my regular, like, underclothes. So I can just give you pants if you need.
I will take the pants gladly.
Like, cause I'm wrapped up
There's
in
a
winter
very-
clothes
So
right
you
now.
see him put on pants over pants.
And yeah, it's just like a weird, like, really weird
Like
clipping in a
clipping
video
going
game.
on?
Yes.
When you put two skins right over each other, yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Because
So
you
at
did these
least-
guys sell. So
Yeah.
it's like you put pants
Actually-
over pants.
So, and they're not very warm, but I got like summer shoes. Hopefully they're the same size.
There you go.
Just curl your toes up, it'll be fine.
Feels better.
So what do you
I'm not
guys
staying
Our
here.
party needs to go on vacation and learn to like each other. We need bonding.
You're right. You're not staying here.
I'm not staying here.
As a presence
Yeah.
manifests itself. Should I pull out the figure?
No, I already know.
Of an Ifriti.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
the hell?
Where's this at?
This does not concern you. The time has come to pay for your powers.
Oh shit.
You will come
I
with me
really
now.
don't trust this guy.
And if I don't,
You don't have a choice.
there's always a choice, my friend.
There is not. And you are silent and imprisoned and then gone.
What?
Is he still there?
Oh no, he's gone.
I mean,
No.
That's never happened.
the other one that popped him out.
Oh no, he smiles and then
Get away from the cords.
have a nice day.
And it
Thanks.
freezes.
Well, it's all half of our problem.
Okay.
So it needs to keep it moving.
So at this point, we will officially say goodbye to Dorn as a party member.
Oh wow.
Cool.
As he moves on to a different stage of existence, as his patron has now come calling.
Are you
That.
serious?
Wow.
Wow.
Very super unsatisfying.
Yeah.
That's.
Actually,
I'm not happy at all.
No.
It kind of sucks to be him because he's gonna get it bad.
Which means I'm gonna hold you
Maybe.
fully responsible for any explanation.
Well, we shouldn't leave just the two of them here.
I say we take
So
it
we
back.
can figure
but-
out what happened
I
with
mean,
But I
him
don't
later if we
trust.
need to.
I mean,
You
I
want
I
think
would
right
trust him
now,
a little more. I don't know about this one.
Good.
We can always come back for
At
it.
least he's eating.
That's not true.
So basically,
How about- I
you
don't-
just
okay,
wander down
I'll do
this
one for
cave,
you.
So
right?
if you know who
Sorry,
else
one
can come
purpose
from
of
the other
something.
direction.
Yeah, I heard it was abandoned. I was looking
Yeah.
for anything
Well, let me
left
know.
over that had
I
maybe
have
been
questions
sold.
that need answered.
Okay, you're done.
But
And then I got overran.
we're not going
pretty
back
much.
yet, right?
Overwhelmed.
Not yet, but that doesn't mean that somebody can't come from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. We were sent to only find the expedition, correct?
No.
I
I'm
mean,
not there.
we were sent to find the expedition, but we haven't found the rest. We have to get them out safely. Whoever's left.
I thought we found the expedition.
Nope. Remember, one of them got kidnapped,
Oh.
This might be
The most
why
important
the
one.
drow are doing what
Yeah.
they're doing.
and they took the artifact.
Did
We were
they-
also charged with getting the
did you
artifact if we
see
could.
The right, was it a wizard? Human wizard? Is that who we're the
Drow
No, it's a
No.
drow.
Oh,
The-
drow
the-
wizard.
The
Drow
one that,
wizard?
the one that set the fireball trap.
The one that
I
came
got
out-
a
I thought
vendetta
we-
against
there's
that.
Disappeared
there's a
every
member that
combat.
got kidnapped, right?
Yes.
Oh,
He
I-
was
That's
a
what
dwarf.
Did you?
Ian
Oh,
Boulderstock got
That
got
guy.
Dwarf,
kidnapped.
correct?
Oh, I've definitely
The
seen
leader-
a drow wizard, but I have no idea where he's at currently.
But have you seen what is it? A dwarf?
Insight.
Oh yeah, you saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got a 20 on
Saw
the
that
insight
man
check.
handling a dwarf.
She is telling the
Okay.
truth. Yes, I saw the wizard. Yes, I saw Ian Boulderstock, but that was his name. They were talking about how they had the drow locked up, and the drow had the expedition hemmed up in one of the caves not too far from here, and they weren't overly concerned.
So I guess I would also say that I could hear them fighting down the corridors, but I definitely saw at least one dwarf here and the drow wizard, but I have no idea where they're at.
So odds are that he's with the wizard.
Probably.
I would have thought the wizard took the magic artifact, but
Alright, so what are we doing there?
Well, first we need to finish finding the thing,
party.
but well, we gotta figure out what to do with this. But
Because you don't really want to leave this in the
Referencing
cave.
to there as this. I want to take this. We got to figure out what to do with this.
She's coming with us.
Okay.
do I open the cage?
Can anybody here subdue her before so we can wrap her
Subdue.
up?
I mean,
So it
we
is
can
going to be
just
that kind of
open the
session.
cage and curb stomp her.
What's that?
We can just open the cage and just.
Curb stomp.
Or use rope.
Oh, you into that?
Or fireball.
Or fireball.
You're the one
I
that
have
said-
fire breath.
I have
You don't have
fireball.
fire breath, you have shard breath.
Let me see what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Levitate a big rock and put it over her head.
You got a little bit
I don't have that
on
spell
you.
prepared.
Can I ask you for the favor of curb stomping her and wrapping her up for me?
What does Vivienne want to do? How are you taking all this?
Honestly, I can't believe that they're discussing whether to kill me or what.
We're not gonna kill you.
I've heard the idea of floating around out there. I do
Not
have
just you.
ears.
Not just you. Him too.
We're not killing him.
Well, he's gone. No, not this one. Not the black one.
I mean, if you don't trust me, you can take me with you. You can bound my hands. But I will tell you that if you run into trouble, I could be of value to you. And bound like you're talking about.
She was with the winning team when
that's
the
kinda
Draco
why-
when the Draco Lich was defeated.
Why
Remember?
would I think
That's
that
why-
you wouldn't
I mean,
run away?
I've helped you guys out before.
Why would I
that's
think
why
you
I'm
wouldn't
kinda-
run away?
I can read minds.
I'm okay.
If you want me to try that.
Wait, so,
What?
Wait, can I ask how much time has transpired since we left the tower?
Since you left the tower, now
Yeah.
you're probably getting closer to 6 hours by the
So
time.
since we
The
killed
tower's
those
still up.
bugs,
She can't get out for 18.
Does she have all her stuff on her? Is she just fully outfitted, or she?
No, she's got her leather armor on and boot. I mean, so basically they disarmed her and whatever else.
But he was totally
They
naked.
just didn't strip
Yes.
me
They
naked.
stripped me. She is still wearing
That's
clothes.
why I'm
By the way, do you
questioning
need a
the-
weapon
They
or
have
like dagger or something?
decency.
Not really. I mean, I've got touch spells.
I just didn't know if you needed
So,
like.
do you mean you're questioning that out loud?
Not really.
Okay.
Are you questioning that out loud?
What's that?
Brian.
Why there?
Udarash, are you questioning that out loud?
Yeah.
Is she armed?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
questioning the fact that she
Well,
has.
yeah,
Okay. You didn't fight. They asked you to give up your things and you did.
Yeah, they had me dead to rights. I mean, if I would have tried anything, they would have cleaved me in half.
But they
So I
didn't
threw
take
down-
stuff off of you like they did.
No, they also didn't brain me.
Yeah, but
He fought.
And since I
You
guess,
fought.
I
I
killed at
guess
least
since
one.
I gave
Huh?
up
I killed
without a
at least
fight,
one
they
of them,
left
right?
me at
You
least
heard.
with
You
my
heard.
clothes.
You heard a
Yeah.
couple of them before they got you and raffle stomped you.
And I figure since they,
I made them work
since
for it.
I gave up without a fight, they at least gave me the
He'll
decency
scare
of
it.
leaving my clothes, because that's all I had on was armor, like leather on.
They did mention about using you as a human, as a sacrifice, by the way,
Mhm.
for their ritual that they have coming up.
Okay, yeah, and I'll go ahead and tell them that.
So these are the sacrifices.
Yeah, you can roll insight checks on all of this if you want to. I'm just.
No,
you know,
I mean,
so you
I'm
can't.
taking it at face value.
I mean, she's coming with us. So the question is, do we want to
Bound or unbound?
bound or unbound?
Look, there is
Unbound.
1,
And I'll
2, 3,
reiterate,
4, 5, 6,
I could
7 of us
be-
against her.
I could be a great
Dog, I
But
feel
she's
like
only
that.
concerned to me.
Hey, and Aaron, hear me out. How often have one of us been below 10 health? So you're saying that it's 7 of us against him, but it only takes one fucking attack to kill the person who's gonna end up at 10 health because we're about to fight Drow. Okay, cool. I'll go back to the tower.
It's way.
Look,
well, we could let
How
her
about-
go free and then let her go up, and kind of lead the way, and that way
No,
it's not going to be behind us. the
I'd
whole
bring her.
time.
I'd bring her with us.
Are you concerned about her
I don't
stabbing
want her
somebody in
behind
the
me.
back or running? Or?
No, that'd
Either
be
or.
awesome.
Can I borrow a copper piece? And
like copper wire?
no, a copper piece.
What
Just a
happens?
coin?
Yeah, I can read minds.
You can.
Yeah,
Holy
I just
shit.
need a copper piece.
Got you.
I have a copper.
You happen to have one.
Yeah, you got
I
3
thought
of
about
them.
that, but you're not bringing that up.
See, so we're one.
So he's asking for a copper piece. He says he can read minds. That doesn't interest anybody.
I gave him a copper
Okay,
piece.
there you go.
Do I know where he's headed with this copper piece?
Do you know anything about his character?
No.
Okay. You
Other than he got drug in.
Nice.
okay?
Yeah. I will use that and cast Detect Thoughts, focused on
Thought
you.
he's right here. The biggest thought.
Get your.
So, if you fight it, if
Wow.
you resist it, it's a Wisdom save.
So you're detecting thoughts.
Right here.
And basically, it'll pick up any active surface thoughts, or I can probe. It automatically picks up surface thoughts.
Okay, so let's start off with that. He needs a roll saving throw first, right?
No, it's
The surface
Surface
thoughts you
thoughts
can
are
say.
Surface
automatic.
thoughts I automatically get.
Okay.
But
On
if
whoever I
if I
focus
try
on.
to resist you, that's when I have to make a
If
save.
I dig
Okay.
deeper,
So
you can either let it
surface
happen.
thought, my question for you is, what is your feelings towards Silver right now?
Curiosity.
That's unsettling.
Okay.
I relay that. Do I get a sense of where that curiosity is going?
You can dig a little deeper if you want.
Yes, dig.
I'm gonna.
She's cute.
Dig. Dig.
She's cute.
Dig.
Do it. Do
Yeah, I'm
Do
gonna,
it.
Dig.
Do it.
I'm gonna push.
No.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it.
You got shit.
So, if it fails,
So,
if
she's
it
curious of
succeeds,
Silk.
the spell ends.
I'm sorry?
If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Oh, so you've got, she's curious. So let's see, hold on, what else, what other surface, I just chose one surface thought.
So can we really?
I'm going to
trust you?
choose two more surface thoughts. Actually, I'm going to have you choose one.
And it basically works like if they're leading questions, it automatically
Well,
naturally leads their thoughts in that direction.
Understood. So actually, I'm going to let, one thought's going to be on Dorn. So whatever you want to remember about Dorn.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you've trusted him up to this point. He's been loyal. You can understand why
I like how you just disappear and nobody gives
he
a
would be a little upset at this point.
That's how
But
much
you
know
thought he was
what likes.
overreacting. So, but it's been a while since you've seen him. So I mean, you know, so I don't know what thoughts do you have about Dorn?
Betrayal.
Okay,
For me?
She feels betrayed
by Dorn.
by Dorn.
He unplugged something. Okay, so and then what
Kidding.
random thought do you want to come up with?
I like the color orange.
Orange is
It's
pretty.
like, where do this guy's
It's like
pants go?
I wish I was back in Luskin.
Okay.
Wishes she was home.
Oh my god.
Almost homesick.
Oh, so she is a flight risk.
Well, I changed my lens cleaver.
Yep, let's go.
And as I try to
Oh,
probe
kidding.
deeper, I just hit a wall.
You see the wall? Do you need another copper coin?
Does it expend it when you use the copper?
Did it come out?
No, it doesn't. I still have it, so I'll hand it back. Unless you want me to try again, I can.
I do because I have a question.
And I have a question.
You?
For you with the copper coin.
How do y'all want to do this? Timing's everything on this.
Yeah, it is.
I'm kind of looking around, just watching for Drow while.
Oh, good move. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
I should put the bubble up at this point.
Oh gosh.
You ain't perceiving that.
You do not think
Guys,
you
we're
see any
screwed.
drought.
So
I want
That-
to check too.
I'll go
That's
ahead.
a massive 8.
Oh,
The spell does more than read minds. It's a very lengthy spell.
I also got an 8. Yeah.
We were looking at the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's a fascinating rock right
That's a
there.
big
I
stone.
also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
I'm sorry.
I can also use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see
Okay.
within 30 feet.
Wow.
Yes! I like you.
So, but I can't get through 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal, other than lead, or thin sheet of lead. So, like, if they're like in the hallway, the tunnel, or like within 30 feet of us, I can sense them. If they're
I know
beyond
it's
the
something
rocks,
ready to happen.
There's nothing
I
in the
got
area.
nothing.
It always happens, but I
Okay.
can't stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Should I
cast
put
the
up the
second
dome while
time,
we do this?
focus
What is it
outward
gonna
just
do?
long enough to confirm
8 hours
nothing's
of
coming around.
impenetrable.
And then
That
Yes.
the magic that's on that cage, you said it was preventing me from doing anything while I was in the cage. Does that work both ways?
So it was basically the wizard lock. That's all it was.
Okay.
He just locked the spell, locked the door.
I'm putting the dome up over us while we're having this talk so we don't get jumped.
Okay.
yeah, since they asked, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll Try again.
My question was, is if we intend to let you leave this cage unbound, will you come with us on the rest of our journey and then leave the cave with us?
Yeah. Pays for
Or is that lead on the surface level?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll come.
And my question is,
Oh,
if
she'll
we
come.
let you out, will you try to kill anyone in this group?
I have no reason to
I'll probe a little deeper on that one.
Okay.
On that question.
Too deep.
Whammies,
Joe, you're killing me.
whammies.
Oh,
19.
Yeah.
Dude, you just don't want to probe.
Check me out again.
It's cool. It's cool.
well,
We got what we
if
need.
he's locking you out,
Yeah, it's something deeper there.
then there's something there.
There's
So
something
I'm not
deeper
sure
there.
if I'm trusting of him.
But if it's
Or it could be
Well,
just the
how
natural
many-
defenses of a person that
How
trying
many
to shut
people
down an
would
intrusive
willingly
mind.
let
Let's
somebody
put that
dig into their subconscious?
he already kind of told us he's not going to try to kill anybody. That's what I'm concerned about. We can
Yeah,
let
but
it
when you're in a cage and we're trying to decide your fate or whether you're gonna live or die in that cage,
Yeah.
I don't think you wanna.
But he could tell I was telling the truth. when
Well,
I
we're
said
down a
that.
party member. We could use the extra hands, and I have every intention on getting answers one way or
Hey,
another.
what kind of weapon do you use?
Magic.
I don't have
I forget, what class are you again?
Right now he has a hand axe.
I was like,
I already got a pair of hands and some shoes now.
He's got a hand axe.
Judy,
Not
You got
trying
it?
to be
No,
mean
good?
or nothing, but I'm not trusting of this one in the cage. And
I don't know.
I mean, I can vouch. She
Thank you for getting
doesn't
my thing.
actively plan on doing you all any harm.
and I hope that
Oh, that's right.
At least
not
until
in
you're
connection.
at least until you're out of the cave.
with her,
After that,
I don't know.
I couldn't get much beyond that.
Oh, that's right. I can give you a shirt. Just pull out my like
As far as we
that
know,
like ugly
It's,
yellow.
it's slightly used. It's nasty.
This-
He hasn't done
it's
used
this
underarm
color.
deodorant.
I've been in a cage for I don't know how long.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you're not.
Don't
We're in the
ask
dome
about
right now, so it's
stains.
warm, but you're gonna be needing something.
It's an
And
old
you still have this
shirt.
cloak too, so you should be fine
Well-
heat wise.
I know what you
No,
said.
my cloak
it's
disappeared.
up to you because
Oh,
you're the one that he was interested in, or she was
say-
interested
She
in.
wants to bring
I
them.
told you why.
She wants to bring them.
And I have questions about that for
I wanna
later.
give
As
you a
of right,
job.
as of right now,
You want to keep an eye on her?
I
then?
happen to be.
yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
I happen to be the head
We'll
of
just
a
bring her
very
along.
small
We're all trying to keep an eye on
of
her. but-
information collectors. My little
Keep her in the
birds.
middle of the group, and I'll hang the back so she can't run out. The one that will melt her.
Yeah, so let's say you dipped it into
6 hours.
oh, it only lasts 6 hours. Never mind.
And none of your stuff is around, huh?
Oh, I couldn't find anything.
Correct.
Do you have any? I mean, you can't. Can you do any spells or anything?
I've got some spells I can do. Just
What do you need to make you effective?
my arcane focus. I had a. I don't know what we want to say.
Can I still can I still plead with him like, come on guys, I helped you
Well,
fight.
I want to let her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think
At
at
this
this
point,
point,
I mean, that's where I'm at. That's,
I'm okay with letting her out.
I've been.
Letting her out and moving forward.
Yep. We'll let her out moving forward under Sylve's custody. She
open the
will keep
cage
an
and
eye
let
on
her out.
Are we binding her hands?
Do it.
Or do we want to use her as an asset in the fight?
Do you intend to fight the drow?
I'll fight with you.
Good enough for me, and I'll cast knock and just slam my hand on the cage and open it.
Cool. Somebody throw an extra dagger. Badger.
I'd like to
I had several, but
cast Goodberry.
Nom 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 nom.
No, 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 no. Don't know when the
Do you
last
need-
time you ate, so yeah.
Are you melee or magic?
Hmm?
Do you need weapons or do you cast magic?
You said you're melee. Do you need a weapon? Yeah.
I got these.
Okay.
I'll say
Watch
I
out,
have
fellas,
an
we got a
extra
bad
dagger. That's
yeah.
why I'm asking.
What do you hold up? Daggers?
My hands.
Oh, your hands.
Oh, those are tough.
I have an extra dagger. That's fine. Well,
Yeah.
I was trained in unarmed combat.
okay,
Oh, you were?
works for me then.
So,
She's
And
bored.
Armed combat.
a little bit.
Alright, cool. I guess we move on.
before moving
Can I cut your
forward
arms
to
You
this
unarmed
fight,
combat.
I would like to prepare my weapon with my poison.
Okay. Y'all see her coating her blade with the.
It's a bit overkill, but okay.
Y'all congratulated me last time, so here we go.
I think that was me.
Not like you.
I'm not there anymore.
So if we're going to move along, we have a choice between one of two tunnels. Left or right?
I would like to see which one is
I say we go
heaviest to
left.
travel,
I'm just throwing it out there.
at least within the first 15 feet or so of the.
Crossbow.
I say let the
It's
tracker.
the crossbow that I got ready. So it's up
So let me describe the two. The left tunnel looks long, winding, and it looks like it was the main route to transport ore. There are railway cart tracks and stuff. The other one looks like some type of huge burrowing monstrosity many centuries ago. So the tunnel is actually relatively smooth forward.
Yeah, can I see which one is?
The one on the right has large patches of fungi, fungus,
Sounds like a fun
and
hack.
algae, because water is dripping from different places in the tunnels. The other one.
I feel like we should send Perry down one and we should go to the other.
The other one is just kind of unremarkable at this point.
So you can't tell if it's highly traveled or anything?
Am
Can you tell?
Am I able to tell that now? Okay.
Alright, cool. Can we send your platypus down one route?
With a
and
bit of
y'all
light
down
help?
the other one?
With any light help?
I mean, y'all got some
Why do
dim
you hate
lights,
Percival?
and a lot of you can see in the dark too, right?
Yeah.
So,
You hate Percival.
You
You want
got-
Percival to get killed.
He should be an owl.
what you
That's all I'm
what you
saying.
see is
You want
a
Percival
He should be an owl. That's all I'm saying.
Percival can be
Well,
whatever he
moist,
wants to
wet,
be.
So,
moist, wetter area
Percival
versus
can be
one
whatever
that
he
is
wants to
more
be.
set up for movement
I know,
of
but
ore.
it's going to take an hour for him
One
to change.
Let's
man-made,
just go left and
the
check
other
it
one
out.
with
let's
the
go left.
algae and the boss.
Which one was left again? Was that
The algae wetland.
No, the algae and stuff is the smooth thing going to the
Algae
right.
wetness.
The man-made tunnel?
Yeah.
And it's
The
going to be
man-made tunnel's the
slippery
one
and
that's got the rails
probably
in
wet.
it.
Let's take that one.
I mean, that sounds
That
like
make
more.
more sense.
It
If
may
anything,
not go
left to
where we
me.
want.
But we're trying. Okay, are we going after the orb or after?
So one's
Him.
down one, one's down the other.
Both.
Yeah,
And,
obviously.
Because one's
whichever.
one way, one's the other.
Split the
should-
party.
We should split
No.
the party.
Oh.
I mean, if we want to get both,
What do
that's
you
how we
mean?
do it.
They're in
Yeah.
different places?
We can arm both.
Yeah,
of
there's
them.
Or
two
are you
diff-
just
yeah, you said
assuming
that.
they're in different places?
The wizard took one,
Better
and
safe
the
than
fighter took
sorry.
the other.
Well, the wizard probably teleported because that's what he does. I mean, he's always gone. He leaves the fights. He
He
teleports out.
Literally. Otherwise he'd be dead.
I don't think he's going to be walking through these tunnels anywhere.
But we don't know which one.
Unless
we're
he's
going
got
down.
help.
Let's just go down the left.
Probably
one.
has.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go
left
down.
one.
Can we
That's-
send Perry down the right so we at least
Percival.
know, or Percival Perry? I call him Perry because
Percival.
Percival. Can we send him down the right?
Will Percival go down the right one?
Roll.
Listen, I'm asking him if he wants to go. I'm not trying to force him to. It's a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay.
He's willing to listen to you. Okay, he'll go down for a little while.
Okay, and I'll
Um,
check in every once. I'll hold someone's shoulder as when I flip into his eyes to see what he sees. But
He even pop out.
I mean, you give him so much
Yeah.
clothes. I feel like he's a good shoulder.
I can teleport him back to me. Like I can bamf him out of existence and back to me whenever I need him.
That's perfect.
So basically, the tunnel goes on for a length of time until it actually makes a sharp descent downward because of the extra water, the algae, the fungi. If the platypus continues, he's afraid he's going to slip and not be able to recover.
As in,
But it continues on.
Oh no.
he does.
No, it
Oh.
continues on.
The
He
tunnel
stops.
does.
Oh, okay.
Is it like there's a gap? Or is it like the tunnel suddenly.
It's
Just,
downhill.
it's
It's
just
wet.
more of a descent, a steeper
Okay.
descent than
'Cause-
he's overly comfortable with right now.
Okay. If he's worried about getting hurt, I understand.
Not necessarily getting hurt. He just doesn't know how far it goes, whether there's an end to it. Like,
He doesn't have to
or-
walk back. He's
Yeah,
just.
yeah, he
Let's say I
can
can bamf him back to me, so he's not gonna get stuck. But if he doesn't want to go, I'm not gonna force him.
He's not comfortable at this point.
Okay. Well, relay. He's not comfortable going any further than this, like, hard slant down. He might slip, get hurt, something like that.
Would he do it for a personal snap?
Percy snack?
I'm gonna go out on a
Now,
limb and say
what do you
no.
do? Are you able to track or you look for traps? Do you do any of that?
I mean, of course I can look for traps.
Is he
Do
good?
you know where they went?
Nah, I was in the cage.
But I
Should I,
mean,
should I bamf him
I
back
vote-
now, or should I leave
I
him down
vote
there
going
first?
to the left, though.
Go and do that.
Okay, I'll
I
bamf
don't
him
know
back
why,
over
it's
to
just
us.
a hunch. I say go to the left, follow the left.
yeah.
And I'll kneel down, just start petting him, saying thank you.
Okay. He ignores you.
I maybe would, but
I
a
say let's
little
go
niceness
left.
goes a long way.
That's what he says. Don't turn me into a flaming catapult again.
Not without asking.
All right. So yeah, this place at one point in time had a lot of heavy use. A lot of the mining carts and stuff are like all the other stuff that you've seen before are falling apart with age. You go down the tunnel for a while, and the tunnel that you're going down basically kind of widens out and slopes a bit. About halfway down the corridor is a narrow track. So you've seen these tracks off and on in different places. On one side, you've got a cart surprisingly intact.
We're going for a ride, boys.
On the other side, you see another cart with
Base.
about 3 or 4 drow that look in your direction and laugh as they release the lever and go
How far away are they?
down. Huh?
Everyone in
How
the
far
car now.
away are they?
They were at the other end, which is 20, 40, 60 feet away. Like I say, as you're sort of coming in, the thing slopes down, widens out. You've got the cart on the end of the track over here, the cart over here that you saw right at the very end going into a tunnel.
Can I throw the boomerang at one before you?
You know, you can try.
You say they were 60 feet away?
Yeah.
That's just within range.
That sounds like boomerang range to me.
Do y'all want to slow them down?
Ah!
Are you after them?
Beautiful.
So the boomerang goes out, and they're able to sort of. That's part of why they were laughing too, because you're trying to throw a boomerang at them, and they're able to shoot down that.
As he throws the boomerang, I'll raise a hand, point a finger, and I'll cast Ray of Frost
Okay.
on their cart.
On the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a 10.
Okay.
I heard that.
So once again, the timing just seemed to be a little off. If you were just a second or two earlier, maybe.
I just wanted to hop on at that. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to get in the cart now. We need to get in the cart now, and then we're going to jump into the
That
cart.
makes it faster.
Grease on the cart.
More people in the cart will go faster. The downhill will take off.
Wait.
Yes. You see where I'm
Are
going
we,
with
are we
this.
actually gonna use grease on this baby?
Fireball.
I'm with this.
We're doing this.
So
Alright, cast grease on the thing.
can I get an intelligence check?
Oh,
For
no.
everybody?
Yeah, there you go. I just want to point out
18.
we're in a mine shaft.
I got a 19.
Not a good
18
idea.
plus
That's a
1 is 19.
horrible idea.
We're in a mine shaft.
No,
Make sure you
he
don't-
pointed out that we're in a mine shaft, and I was like, oh yeah.
So you pretty much
a dirty 20.
pretty much can figure out right away that this cart is going to be moving faster than you can run.
This might
Make
be
it
moving
faster.
faster than that.
I mean,
Then they really can't catch us. All right, I
Fast
cart.
But
cast.
you got your own Indiana Jones cart there.
That's the
I'm gonna
trap.
cast grease on the wheels,
oh
like
my
and
God.
like the mechanisms all like around it. Just make sure it's good and like greased
Lubed
up.
up.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen
who's
Christmas
going down?
Vacation where he sprays the
I'm already in the
sticks
cart.
on the sled?
You're in the cart?
I'm in the
How
cart
much
right
room
now.
is in the cart?
Oh,
How big
now,
is
don't
I mean,
fill me up,
three
man.
of them. What do you say? Three of them fit in that range. Four?
How like
Okay.
I'll come with you.
So
I don't
it's
mind.
got like you got like 2 foot above the cart, where where it would be
Well, that
mounted
cancels
up
out
and
that
over,
idea.
and
okay.
It's gonna be like DuckTales up in there, like when they're like going through.
Sure. I'll get in the cart.
Oh,
I'll get in the cart with you since
I'm already in the cart too.
so that's 3.
Can I get on the front of the cart?
How many people can fit in this cart?
Straight to the hood.
I've got good acrobatics.
Can everybody fit in this cart, or are we limited on how
yeah,
many?
you can fit in the cart.
Let's all
Okay.
get in the
Everybody?
cart.
All right, everybody get in the car. Let's go.
As it's
Somebody has to
somebody-
push the cart to get it to start moving.
Do
All
it,
you
or
gotta
do
do
we
is
just gotta
actually
go?
the way the angle and stuff is.
Someone's just gonna pull the lever.
All you gotta do is release the lever, and you should be.
Pull
good to
the
go.
lever, Crunk.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Can you reach the lever from inside the cart?
Favorite villain.
So I pull the lever.
As
When
after
everybody's
rolling.
in, we're
And
going.
it's greased. Oh god.
Also, if something it gets in the way of the tracks, I have levitate prepared. We can just whoop
I like it.
How much can you lift with that?
up to like 6,000 pounds. I think
Okay.
600 pounds. Let me
Let's say
double check.
6,000.
Big
per
difference.
car. 600.
Let me check.
Say 600.
500
How far
pounds.
I think
So
that's
no,
a
you
lot
can't
by
lift
itself.
us.
I could probably lift us a couple inches.
You can lift whatever's on the
If we
tracks.
all-
Boom.
Eloc's like 400
No, okay,
pounds
no,
by
we all
himself.
jump at the same time
All
and I
day
levitate
about
it
200
like that.
feet ahead.
That?
200 feet. Are we gaining with the grease
Okay, well,
wheels?
hold on. Let's.
Okay.
I just want to, like, yeah.
Yes.
This is a roller coaster.
I want to do this.
You could levitate us to lag tight.
Huh?
Well, you have to break it off first.
Wouldn't levitate do that? Or does it just
No.
raise?
No.
So you said you released the
So
lever.
it's not like telekinesis.
Once everybody's in,
Okay, you released
No,
the
it
lever.
just raises.
I need a DC. I won't tell you what the DC is. I need a dexterity check
Everyone?
everyone.
from you.
Oh. Dexterity check. 11.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing good.
Not staying. He's not staying in that cart.
Pull the lever.
Oh, you tried to pull the lever?
Pull the lever and break the stick.
Okay,
I
so
said we were going after them. Everyone got in the cart. I pulled the lever.
he pulled the lever. Everybody's turned around. I mean, everybody's trying to get settled in. He pulled the lever sort of before everybody was really ready. As a result, the first couple turns you come up and you realize that you probably can help steer if you sort of lean into it a little bit.
Cool.
But you didn't. And so you actually let them gain speed, so they were 180 feet ahead of you. Now they're closer to 200. Okay. Maybe another dexterity save.
Oh, save or
Well, it's a dexterity check, but it's
10?
okay. So once again, you ain't quite figured out yet until let me get an insight check from everybody.
Are you using dexterity? I can do it.
Dexterous.
Dirty
19.
or natural
16?
20.
Ooh, not 20.
Okay.
24.
So
11.
quite a bit of you are starting to understand. We can lean into it
Momentum.
to help you take turns and turns better. What's happening is that you're coming upon these certain turns and your weight is all on one side and it's actually doing stuff. So let's switch to somebody else doing a dexterity check. Who wants to take the
I'll
next?
do a
He's
Wait,
well,
so, like,
actually,
we've got-
Uterash just offered.
There you go.
So
Let's go, big boy.
actually, he did say it. You know,
So they're following us right now, right?
We're following.
No, we're
Oh,
following.
It's a save, right?
it's a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Okay.
Where we can get that.
Where's my dex? That's 17.
So you're gaining slightly on the drow. Can
And
anybody
everybody
shoot
lean.
at the distance of 150 feet?
Shoot, I can shoot a chromatic orb.
Yes.
I can,
Just
if I had
I
a
can.
short bow that somebody could,
I'll give you a bow and some arrows.
I
I've
got
two bows.
320 feet on the short.
Okay, I will either let you take a shot or I'll let you give her a bow.
Yes.
I can't.
What are you gonna do? I will either let you take a shot or I'll let you give her a bow.
Can you
What do you do?
crossbow or do you short?
I can do 120 feet with a hand crossbow.
I am
So-
gonna take a shot.
He's
Guys,
taking a
I'll
shot
take
and
a
I'm
shot.
throwing him
Okay.
my crossbow.
Guys, 150 feet is fireball range.
God damn it, dude! We're in tunnels.
Okay.
I know, I'm not going to because I'm
Roll.
going to
And a greased cart. Please
Because
Oh, yeah, I
all
didn't
of a
think about
sudden
that.
you get
Mine
to a
shaft,
spot before the
greased cart.
the track starts turning again, you got a clear
Fireball
shot. You
to
get
go right now.
advantage on this attack.
Advantage?
Yes.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
Take the shot.
That is a 28 to hit.
Nice.
28 hits.
Oh, cool.
And Wade, just like when I'm steering the car, when I see a turn come up, I tell everybody which way to lean, like into
Like
it.
the driver.
Left.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
Like when I
left?
see,
Like a box.
Okay.
I thought you said West.
when I see the left turn, I say left, turn left, shift left.
That was perfect.
Are you saying it in common
Okay.
or dwarvish?
Vivian, now's your chance to
Yes.
help out. Give me a dex save or dex check.
That ends up being a 10.
Okay, looks like y'all have started slowing down again. Not quite in working in conjunction together.
There's too much going on.
There's a lot of people going on, people trying to shift better. Matter of fact, since Lucan shifted to make a shot, he's going to make the next dex check.
Yeah. That's what we need. That's exactly
So,
what we need.
Oh.
it's in that one. It's Dex.
All right.
You motherfucker.
With my modifier, it's an 8, but
No, it's
still in that one.
I'm gonna keep him at
Interesting that they actually put that one in here.
Awesome.
Did we just flip the damn card?
Don't. Why?
No, you
Shut
did
up.
not flip the card.
I felt that.
But everybody will take 15 points of damage. As he said lean to the left, you lean to the right and hit the wall. And everybody's like slamming in. I mean, just getting a mouthful of the cart. And, you know. Matter of fact, give me deck saves to see if everybody stays in the cart.
I'm out of the cart because I'm unconscious.
That's
How
a
are you?
nat 1.
Nice, you're out of the
knew
cart.
you were
Cool.
You're out of
I
the cart.
only have 15 hit points.
12.
Huh? You're out of the cart.
You said Dex?
Yes.
16?
Dex save
17.
or just Dex?
Deck save.
Dex save. We're looking at a 25.
That'll work.
17.
That'll work.
16?
17.
Okay. So you only lose three.
One of whom is unconscious.
Is there?
Again.
Did a healer fall out of the cart with him? Anybody that can
Yeah,
heal?
she
I
actually
fell
I
out.
have potions.
I got a nat 1.
Good phone. That's the perfect time to throw that.
So,
though. He
1,
needs help.
2,
It is.
3. Who else is in the cart?
Eli, give me a dex check.
That's 4?
And
That's 5.
Dex check. It's a 5.
Okay, so definitely that caused y'all to slow down. Still, dex check.
Can I feed him a healing potion to wake him back up?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Since y'all are basically.
18?
Okay, so you're able to start catching at some point.
It's 2d4, right?
Yeah.
Is that
2d4
a
plus.
healing
2d4
potion?
plus 2, right? Sure.
Plus 2 or plus? What kind of healing potion?
It's a regular one.
I think it's plus.
I have a question
Oh,
about
wait a
the
minute.
carts
I think
that
I
the
got it
drow
wrote
are
down
in.
somewhere.
Is like the whole thing made of
2d4 plus
made
2.
of metal?
So you
And so is the rail?
are at 6 health,
Okay.
Cool.
but you're conscious, which is the important part.
Oh, it's only 90 feet.
So, okay. This might be a bad idea, but I want to. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Okay, so I'm going to, having fallen out of the car, I'm gonna put my hands to the metal rail, and I'm gonna cast Thunderwave, hoping that'll shoot all the way through and electrocute the drow down
You're
the
gonna
range.
electrocute them.
I know, this is why it's a bad idea.
Wow! Just because you don't have wings doesn't mean you have to fry the rest of us.
Y'all have more HP than I do.
What's the roll on that?
So, Wave of Thunderous Force sweeps out from you, but I'm trying to like grab the rail to do
Sure.
this.
Okay.
While we're moving.
Dude,
Each
why
creature
don't
in
you tell
a
me this is a good
50-foot
idea?
originated from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Constitution saving throw.
Everybody who's in the cart needs to make a
I'm
Constitution
not in
saving
the
throw.
cart.
No, you're by her.
Yeah, if you're by
Son
me.
of a.
Constitution saving throw.
Hey guys, move!
Oh, he can't move because he's.
Oh yeah. I mean, he would probably be able to move out of the way.
For
right?
everybody or just him?
17. What's that? 22.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
So you make your Constitution saving throw, which means you only take.
Half damage.
Damn it.
Well, I'm assuming half damage is more than 6.
I was gonna ask, with
Oh,
my
well,
20, can I at least like shield
yeah.
him a bit?
Oh, I rolled 2 8s for 2d8, so that's 16 damage.
And I'm unconscious again.
I am running out of potions here.
I can bring him back
Dex
with a med
save.
kit.
Constitution save.
Mine was natural 20.
Okay, guys, so you're good there. Okay.
How much is?
In the cart.
8.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
You gotta
I
think about
love
it.
this.
Think of how you would have hurt us back.
It's for all the fucking chicken wing jokes.
I'm about to
What's
No,
the
no.
goddamn
He's got
damage?
holes around it.
You got the nubs.
So do you.
I have chicken wings. You
I
have
wake
nubs.
up long enough just to see you do this.
Okay, look,
And then
they're
I'm
like at
unconscious
least
again.
drops.
Don't worry, buddy. I got.
Now I'm really starting to question all the parties.
You have to wake him up.
Alright,
I'm the untrustworthy.
I don't have a med kit, I don't think.
Tears.
How'd you
Wait, okay, would it be reasonable enough to say that I picked up med kits in town?
Yes.
Okay.
68 or 60.
While everyone's still in the car.
Say I got like 3. How much are med kits again?
Mash, just 68 or 69 if you had to choose.
69.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying.
I don't think we're gonna get anything back from these
I electrocuted the railway.
I know.
Okay,
DM with
so-
our stupidity.
The Constitution save from you, Udarash. At disadvantage.
Uh, 19.
Okay. Give in.
I made a 17. I'll roll it again.
Yeah, roll it again. I want the worst of the two.
I had a 16 and a 15 roll.
He's just being.
Choose the face.
5.
There's more like toss.
Okay. You take 16 points of damage.
9 plus 2.
Another
so
hear me out.
11.
I have a rowboat.
Huh?
I can
11.
throw it on the rails.
Take 16
Cast
points of
grease
damage.
again, and we can
Since
just
they have
try.
Well, you
Right.
said
and
another
watch out.
16. That's what she rolled. She rolled 16 points of damage.
I have
If
the
you
rowboat.
make the
is
save, you get half. But you
I got the
didn't make the
tall
save. So you
I
only.
should have thrown out fireball when I had the chance.
Okay.
Yep.
We're not even in the
What
car
did we
anymore.
take
It
the
wouldn't matter
damage
if I burned
earlier
them.
for then?
Hitting
The wall.
Hitting the wall.
That was different. Yeah.
Like I said, it wouldn't have mattered.
Fuck me. 9.
They didn't hear when we fell out
Okay.
of the car.
16 points of damage. Lucan,
Constitution save or just straight con?
it's a Constitution
Could we
save.
have even stopped?
17.
Yes. That'll give you 8 points of damage instead.
Wait, what's the difference between the save and
And you said
Eight
disadvantage,
damage.
right?
At disadvantage, yes.
16 or 8.
Let's catch up.
ZC,
Yes.
I need a knowledge arcana.
Just you.
Oh, okay.
You said what's the
Um,
difference between-
That's a 24.
I was supposed to have the 5.
Something is definitely going on, and a whole lot
so
more
these are
power
your
went
saves.
through what you just
So
did than
Constitution
when normal.
save, you get the save.
Hell
This is
yeah.
just
I'm gonna do it again.
These are
Are you trying to kill him?
Probably.
So are you
Actually,
at
you should
0
heal
or are
him,
you at
actually.
negative?
I mean, I was conscious, and then I
I
went back
can.
unconscious.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm gonna
Six, and
use
it
one
went
of
to
my
negative.
med kits. 'Cause
Minus 8. So
Here,
Alright.
wait, there
Because
it
he
is.
woke me up right before she did that.
It's
Hey, wake up! She's fixing to kill you again.
Wake up, you gotta see.
I can stabilize
it's like you
you.
have to take your sleeping pill again.
It's time to go, soldier. We are moving.
I don't know why.
Wake up, wake up.
I
Oh,
will.
yeah, so we're still moving down.
You're out of hit dice, right?
Oh, bad shoulder,
You're
I'm sorry.
out of hit dice, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna use a med kit and restore you to 1 HP.
That way it's easier to take you out next time.
Thanks.
I want you to make a death save.
It's more fun that way. For me.
Yes. So the wheels of your cart are on fire.
Wheels on the car are
I knew
on
that was gonna
fire.
happen.
On fire.
Okay, so you got some more light. Just messes up your infravision though.
Only our car.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Because
only
we
put
didn't
grease
put
on
grease
ours.
on
So you felt this shock come through. It's like this thunder wave shock. And it's like, you know, and all of a sudden the cart, because it's doing this, that, and the other, it continues along.
Now,
End of
question:
campaign, death and
Is
winter.
it possible that it could have welded their wheels to
Who's that?
the rail?
Look, let's
Them
just
who?
get this over with and get
The other
home.
cart.
Okay, I'm done.
You don't know whether or not it even affected the other
So
cart.
that you
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I
Okay.
mean, we stopped the. We
So you're
stopped the
conscious,
charge.
right?
Electricity follows
Ish.
the path of least
She doesn't have any
resistance.
more now.
He doesn't have any.
We were
Actually, I
circuit
might be
breaker
able
and
to.
then
I
it
was gonna say, do you
worked.
know how
Okay.
jumping
Jumping
or
that
anything?
whole
So 4 minutes in,
I have inflict wounds.
Figured it'd be fun.
the cart enters a long, level cavern, and it looks like it's got a slight incline,
Lesser restoration
and
isn't gonna do
your
anything.
cart will slowly come at some point
But I can
to a
use
halt.
another healing.
You
stick to
can
give you a
see
little bit of something.
40 foot away
I'll give you another healing potion.
is
Yeah,
the
I was
other
gonna do
Down
more.
cart.
to 3.
40? Any drow?
I can reach that.
Beyond that is a large door,
You
and
roll better than I did.
there is a grand total of 6 drow elves that
6
engage
elves.
you
5 health.
next week or next session.
Cool.
Right.
Good thing you
So a
softened us
total
up.
of 9 of them.
No,
Yeah.
3 in the
No, we
cart
can't
and
even
6.
ride in the
they're
car.
already out of it. Yeah, y'all didn't catch up.
Create water on the wheels.
If we
It
could
was
have
my
got,
ideal for the grease too, so I felt terrible.
I
about
can
this.
cast create water and put out the
if we
fire.
could
Yeah,
have
but
got.
you don't-
You can't put on a great fire in the water.
Joey, you
At
don't
all.
put water on a grease fire.
Not a
Oh.
good idea to do that. Yeah.
That's true.
It doesn't matter now. We're not.
We're
gonna be out
surrounded
of
by
the
dirt. Put it out. You know.
They're
I don't care
gone.
if the
Re-
cart
Re-grease
burns,
it.
I never got
Just
it.
burn,
You guys
just
gotta
burn the
catch
whole
up to
tower.
us.
Just burn the mine down at this point. Just
You're
burn
lucky
the
there
mine.
I can
no
cast
gas
Long
in this
Strider and
mine.
just.
Just an earthquake.
That's a first level spell.
You guys catch up.
I can catch
If
it.
we would have got within
I'm
90
sorry,
feet
but
of them,
ready
I could have
to
jumped
go with you now.
between the carts.
If we got within
Okay.
90 feet,
Dude,
I was
if
just
I
going
had
to
known
start
that, I-
catapulting random rocks.
Dude, I was gonna use.
Look, I barely know you, and I don't like you.
Oh my
The little
God.
bit that I do know about you. So you're
I
just
could-
collateral to
If
me.
we got within